In here for two.
First time in an elevator.
Penthouse. The Penthouse. Wow, great view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse, top floor, got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings, marble floor, and my penthouse, top floor.
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
Turn it up, Captain.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Well, hello on a little Friday. It is a Thursday in The Penthouse. And oh my God, it's not Greek today. It's actually Franny and Jimmy holding it down. Greek is taking a day off. So thank you so much for tuning in. I know there's one of you out there that's like, oh no, Franny's in the chair. But I am, and you're going to have to deal with it because we are here to do business as usual. If you want to get in touch with us, you always can. We got that text line open right in front of me. That's 47142. Started off with Real Radio. Of course, you can email us, jimmy@realradio921.com. And you can call us. That toll-free number is 877-927-6969. And one of our favorite features now is that talkback. You just have to have that absolutely free iHeart Radio app. And you're going to search for Real Radio 921 and find that microphone icon, and you can leave us a message. What is going on? This is Franny. Hello. Happy Thursday. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning, Miss Francis. You know another thing
I can't
that's
hear you.
One of my favorites? You can't hear me? Why can't
Jimmy's
you
there
hear me?
somewhere. I don't know if maybe it's just...
How about now? Can you hear me
Yep,
now?
now I
There
can
we go.
hear you.
Somebody turned the auxiliary button off.
Perfect.
So
So
that
who
would be
sabotaged?
Apparently, that's how you hear me. Who knew that, huh?
Well, now we know.
Now we know. Yes, good morning and
Hi.
welcome. Hey, you know what else is one of our favorites? Giving away money.
We love giving away money.
We had a winner, too.
We
Yeah,
did?
yeah,
I saw that in the family.
Yeah, we had a winner. So
Yes.
it's within the family, not here on Real Radio, but it doesn't matter as long as we got a winner here. A $1,000 winner. John was the winner.
Yep.
And I won $1,000 by entering the keyword. By the way, that keyword for this hour is cash. So if you go to realradio921.com and you enter that keyword, a little window is going to pop right up for you, too. You don't even have to click on anything and just enter the keyword there, and you'll be in the running for $1,000. And by the way, we found out even from John, comes up as a private number.
Oh,
so
really?
that's what you're going to see. That could be what you see on your phone. So if you see a private number come up, a 513 area code, that could be us calling you to let you know that you won $1,000. So please pick that up because they don't leave a message for you to call them back.
Yes.
Yeah, so
and you'll
gotta
know
pick it
it's
up.
them, right? So you'll know if you pick up the phone and you'll know clear as day who it is because
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I've heard from a lot of people they're just like, well, I'm worried about picking up if it says scam, and I was like, man, I would just do it anyways.
Yeah.
Especially if you entered that keyword. I mean, just do it.
Yeah.
You know, somebody or a lot of people who didn't win was the Powerball.
Yeah, matter of fact, I didn't know that until you mentioned something
Yeah.
today, this morning on it, because I've got 10 tickets in my car right now that I haven't checked yet.
So I haven't either. You know what? I've had it, and I downloaded that Florida Lottery app
Right.
because you told me to.
Sure.
I need to talk to somebody over there, whoever
not
handled
working?
it. Every time the scan thing, there's always an issue when I try to scan the
okay.
barcode to see if I won anything. I've always have an issue. It'll eventually work, but sometimes I have to, shut down my phone or I have to reset the app or whatever it is. But single time.
But you say it will work eventually.
Eventually, it will.
Because I've seen some trouble with it, but one of the things that I know that I was doing wrong was that there are two different barcodes on the scratch offers. So
Okay.
So there's the one on the back. Don't do that one. And I was a dummy, and I was trying to do that one. Well,
Why? What's the difference?
Well, the one that you need to check to see if it's a winning ticket is the one where you
gotta
actually have to
scratch.
scratch off
Yes.
of it in the front, which makes sense because, anybody could scan the back of those to see if any of them were winners ahead of time.
True.
Right?
That one is what they do to check you out, right?
yeah.
That's the one that they
Yep.
do to charge you.
So.
But yeah, it looks like we do not have a Powerball winner. So I believe last I saw it's $1.5 billion.
There you go. All right.
No one claimed that prize Wednesday. So
Does that put it above and make it the all-time highest jackpot?
I don't know. I
'Cause
don't think it is.
That was right about where it was, if I'm not mistaken, in
Yeah.
2017, I want to believe it was.
Yeah, it was something like the biggest prize was at $1.586 billion. And that was won by 3 ticket holders back in 2016, Jimmy.
Okay, so we're right there.
Yeah. Yep. So your odds
By the time you buy 10 and I buy 10, we'll push it over the top and we'll make this the biggest jackpot ever.
And Greek right now is buying probably like 50 of them. So we're definitely doing that. And I'm sure a lot of you people are out there. But your odds are insane to win the Powerball, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good to win that $1,000 red zone revenue. We have somebody here in our listening area that did win. So just keep on entering those keywords because we want you to win $1,000.
Hey, it's free. Why not?
Right?
That's a thing.
Now, we have a lot we have to get into. I posted something on our social media that is at Real Radio 921 on our Facebook and our Instagram. Check it out. There is a great debate going on. And it's been going on for a while, and it's for National Sandwich Day. So we're gonna get into that and so much more when we come back on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Do you hear what I hear? It's the sound of exclusive offers mailing from the Valpak Holiday Workshop. This November, Valpak is teaming up with iHeartRadio to bring you a special holiday edition of the Blue Envelope. Together, we're giving you an easy-to-scan QR code to stream all your favorite holiday tunes through the iHeartRadio app. Plus, check your envelope to see if our elves have snuck a $100 check inside. Dash to the mailbox for your Valpak envelope. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See specially marked Valpak envelopes or valpak.com for details.
100 years of doing the most good. As we head towards the holiday season, we celebrate the Salvation Army's 100th year of service. It is remarkable what they do on a daily basis that often isn't even known except to those who are the beneficiary of what they do, helping hundreds of people every single day with necessary food and shelter, helping people who are abused, escaping human trafficking. It is unbelievable the work that the Salvation Army of Palm Beach County does. You help by making your donations. That's true of items. It's true of shopping at their stores. And it's true of going to the Salvation Army, Palm Beach County.org, and making your monetary donation right there as well. Help us continue for another 100 years in doing the most good. Thank you. May God bless you.
Duffy Sports Grill is your football headquarters this season. Try their award-winning wings, burgers, and ribs, or their famous 2-for-1 drinks. Don't miss out on all the action at Duffy's, where their game is always on.
This is Miami's Mike Gesicki, number 88, and I'll see you at Duffy Sports Grill, the next best thing to being there.
If you're looking to reverse the signs of aging from the inside and out, then why not trust South Florida's leading luxury med spa, Begin Anew Med Spa. Hey, this is Franny, and that's who I trust for my Botox, fillers, and for my overall body wellness. I'm on supplements to help regulate my thyroid and peptides that have me feeling stronger and leaner than ever before. These were recommended to me after my advanced blood work. They test over 100 markers, including hormonal, thyroid, nutrient levels, and allergy and food sensitivities. Speaking of that blood work, it's free with qualified insurance. So if you're feeling a bit sluggish, have brain fog, dealing with weight gain, or maybe your libido isn't what it once was, then I highly recommend Begin Anew's Optimal Wellness Program because they can pinpoint exactly what you need to get you feeling back to the best version of yourself. Other services Begin Anew provides are Botox and fillers, body contouring, laser hair and tattoo removal, hormone replacement therapy, and so much more. Check them out and learn all about their services, and you can book that consultation today at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
If you're in a room with 4 other people, chances are one of you has already been an identity theft victim. 1 in 5. Watching your accounts and credit isn't enough. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. Nobody can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% on their first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. Promo code BECK, save 25% off your first year.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep? It could ruin your next day. That's why nutrition company Healthy Cell created REM Sleep to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and sleep deep. Unlike other supplements that don't work, REM Sleep by Healthy Cell is not a pill. It's a gel you swallow with ultra-absorbent of science-backed ingredients supporting all 4 stages of sleep. Visit HealthyCell.com and use radio for 20% off your first order. Risk-free, love it or your money guaranteed. HealthyCell.com, code radio.
It's the giving season, and only the free iHeartRadio app gives you the live radio, music, and podcasts you love, all for free. Did you get that? You pay absolutely nothing to listen to your favorite radio stations anywhere, anytime on the iHeartRadio app. And you know what else? Sharing is caring. And with one tap, you can share what you're listening to.
Station.
Hey, Rick, this is Granny. I heard you like candy. Why don't you come over to my house and eat my Woolly Wonka, honey?
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I love it.
Honey.
Even shooting your shot when Greek's not here. Just keep it coming. They make us laugh. Speaking of G-Man, yes, he is not here today. He has taken a day off, but you will have him on air and in person. We are going to be at Strikes Cigar Lounge tomorrow in Boca Raton, and that is for Greek's Gridiron. We'll be there doing the show live from 10 to 2, so come on out and try to beat Greek. There's only 3 people right now in the running, and if you do beat him, you're going to get a $200 gift card to New York Prime, which you'll probably see Greek there, too. That's his favorite restaurant. And then you're going to get into that pool of people. Like I said, only 3 for the grand prize. It is a 2-night trip to Las Vegas, Nevada at the Circa Hotel. And then you're also going to get a 70-inch flat screen TV. So it's pretty damn cool. Hello and happy Thursday. Welcome to the Penthouse. This is Franny, and I have Jimmy with me. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
So it is a National Sandwich Day. Mm-hmm. And just a heads up, so because I know they're only limited amounts that they're doing. I talked about this a couple days ago, but if you're a fan of the Subway, this is the day that they're doing that free $10,000 or 10,000 sandwich giveaway. So, but there's a little twist here. You have to be sitting in a middle seat And I'm talking about a middle seat on an airplane. If you are on an airplane or you're going to take a flight today, which actually one of our listeners, I believe Constance, was hopping on an airplane this morning. I should have messaged her and said, hey, you need to take a picture if you're in the middle seat, because that's what you have to do. You have to take a picture of you sitting in the middle seat because they feel bad for you. And then you got to upload that to Subway, and they will. It is subwaysandwichseat.com is specifically the website. And then you'll get a free 12-footer, Jimmy. It's not a bad deal.
What?
Yep,
a
you heard me.
12-footer?
I know, you're a size king.
Oh, holy smokes. Hold on, you right? That's big.
That's huge. So, yeah, we did post a couple things on our social media. I know, Jimmy, you posted a video, right?
Yes, I posted a video on our Instagram and actually Facebook and also Twitter, too. Just because this is National Sandwich Day, I want to know what your favorite sandwich is. So you can go to any of our social media. Look for us, Real Radio 921 on Facebook or at Real Radio 921 on Twitter and also Instagram. We're on the gram as well, right? They got to call it the gram. That's the way the kids say it. So you can go there and in the comment section, let us know what your favorite sandwiches. What's your favorite sandwich, Franny? If you have a go-to anytime you go to one of these chain restaurants or wherever, it doesn't matter where.
You know, I don't do sandwiches as much as I used to. When I was a kid, I would put anything in between bread, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like you give me Thanksgiving, or if my mom made
mostly meat,
a
right?
lechon. Yeah. I mean,
that's what I figured.
Just give me, of course, just give me a roll, open that sucker up, and I'll load it up with whatever. But now I'm pretty good at staying away. But I think maybe I have two that I really enjoy. I like a good Cuban sandwich.
All right.
I do. Like traditional yellow mustard, pickles, ham, Swiss,
Sounds
pork.
disgusting.
And Cuban is so good. Pressing Cuban bread with butter, so good. I like that. And I like another sandwich that people aren't super crazy about because of the sauerkraut. I love a Reuben. I really
all right.
do.
Yeah. Well, both very popular.
I really do. How about you?
Sure. Actually, here it is. And I've said it for years and years and years. All-time favorite. Let me have a Taylor ham and egg with cheese on a hard roll plain.
See,
it comes off that easy.
I haven't had one before, so I can't say if it could be my favorite.
But you've had pork roll, right?
No.
Oh, you've never had pork roll?
It's not really popular. I don't know.
I'm surprised since it is a quote-unquote pork product.
Is it is it a Southern thing? But I know the Taylor ham is Northern.
Well, Taylor ham is a brand, right?
Okay.
So that's the thing. And that's the big issue. And of course, it's an old Jersey thing, right? You know, the pork roll versus Taylor ham. And some people call it one, some call it another. And it's been back and forth, silly little back and forth thing. Taylor ham is a
brand of pork roll.
It's a brand. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So, but any which way, it's still that. And I'm not going to get into the middle of that argument right now. But that was always like all-time favorite. I have to say that. But otherwise, good meatball parm, good sausage parm, something like that. Any day of the week, I'll take that.
And we'll play a little Would You Rather sandwich game, too. But the great debate, right? So a lot of people are always just like, is this a sandwich or is it not? And people ask, our hamburger sandwich or this one? But this is one that people really get it. Like, they're just like, no, absolutely not. Because what's considered a sandwich, right? It's got to be in between two pieces of bread or a bun or something. So I posted on our Instagram, and I want your opinion. Let's finally settle this. Let's put this to bed. If you go to Real Radio 921, that is our handle on Instagram and Facebook.
The classic?
Well, you'll find it. This is the hot dog debate.
Yeah, the hot dog one. Yeah, the classic question.
Yep.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yep. So you tell us. I think hot dog stands alone. I do. I think it's like one of those things. I do not put it in the sandwich category.
All right.
What about you?
I do because it fits every aspect out there that you would consider a sandwich. 2 pieces of bread with some sort of meat product in the middle. And then, of course, whatever condiments you want to put in with it. But, yeah, of course it's a sandwich.
All right. See, I don't
almost anything between 2 pieces of bread, whether it's bread or a bun, or
anything
a roll.
between a bun is a sandwich.
Yeah.
Speaking of, not a little TMI. Well, I am. I'm going to get a little TMI right here.
All right. Right here? You just pointed to your forehead.
No. Like while we're here. So one of our advertisers who I absolutely love, I love going there, and it's Begin a New Med Spa.
Miller Lite? Oh.
Okay. Yeah, no. I love them too. I really do.
Oh, I got some good news about Miller Lite coming up for the holidays too. You strap in for this one.
I wish I had that because I just bought a case of Miller Lite and it would have been better just to have what you're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So I went there and I've had a couple of things done with them, Morpheus.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm on peptides, which I love. But I, for the first time ever in my 40 years, and it's been something that's so popular, and they were just like, why haven't you done this? I got laser hair removal. So I got my underarms, and it takes a few sessions before it's gone. So I did my underarms, and I posted a video on my social media. And
while they did it?
While they were doing it.
Okay.
And then I also got my bikini line done.
Okay.
And this is the part that's TMI. So I got my bikini line done, and
what do you mean? There can't be enough information there for some people.
I know. So armpits did not hurt at all. When you get down in that area, it's tolerable, but it's a little bit more sensitive.
Well, that was going to be my question. Is it painful?
So it's one of those, like, you're exposed, right? Like, you're just sitting there, and they're professionals, and it is, and I'm fine. Like, I've been to the lady doctor. I understand that. So they're doing that area, and I'm sitting in, like, the medical chair, and everything's fine.
Oh, all right.
And then the one
like
part,
you would at a gyno?
yeah.
Okay.
And her name was Regan, and she was awesome. Really, really good. But the one part that caught me off guard was when she told me to turn around and lay on my stomach. That's what I was like.
Well, guess we're doing the other end now.
So I was like,
bullseye.
I was like, what? Yeah.
You're welcome, kids.
Yes, yeah. So I had people, when I posted that, they were like, why did you post the rest? And I'm like, because there's some things that need to not be seen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but
so the old taint got zapped,
I'm
huh?
so excied to have baby smooth skin there.
By the way, $1,000 winner right here on Real Radio or on WKG on the Gator.
Yes, you could use $1,000, by the way, if you win, to go get laser hair removal.
Yeah,
at beginning of new med spa.
Perfect.
Absolutely, but yes,
but it does hurt.
No.
And I'm not talking about down there, but just like your armpits.
No, not at all. If you,
really?
Yeah, if you see the video, like, you could barely looks like anything.
Okay.
But you've had tattoos. I kind of something similar to it, just a little bit less intense.
I'm trying to think, like, because it's it's like a zap, right?
Yeah,
you
got to wear like goggles and stuff.
Oh, really?
Because it's a laser.
Oh,
yeah,
wow. Okay.
Well,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but
anything to do with lasers makes sense.
I know. So I'm excited. I'm sure my husband's excited too.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna move on from here. But even though Greek is not here, we still have.
Speaking of sandwiches, hey Maddie, what's going on, buddy?
We still have a trifecta, which Jimmy will handle, and of course, we got this day in history all coming at you on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on, tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss. Yeah, it might be fall. Some people are all about pumpkin spice and dead leaves. But we know all you care about is football season.
That's why Real Radio wants to hook you up with $1,000 in Red Zone revenue.
Go to an away game, buy some new jerseys, or gamble it all away.
I like this kind of party!
We don't care what you do with it.
We've got 13 shots per day to score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Coming up at 5 past the hour. Listen for the keyword, then enter it at realradio921.com, and you could score $1,000.
Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Real Radio.
Brought to you by the Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop. Exotic sodas, Delta 8, Puffco, and the newest disposables. If you're not shopping at Glass Chamber, can you really consider yourself a smoker? With the latest and greatest in the industry and amazing weekly specials, why wouldn't you? Now with 7 convenient locations. Visit glasschamberfl.com for more.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Another muggy start for us on this Thursday with temperatures in the 70s. We could see a few isolated showers through the morning as a front boundary is slowly making its way south. A few brief showers are still possible later today, but drier air settles into place tomorrow, so it will be more comfortable for Friday. But we're still muggy today with temperatures in the low to mid-80s.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and my company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blinds, shades, and shutters at affordable prices. Our blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Newt Gingrich here, and I'd like to invite you to listen to my podcast, Newt's World. Most people know me as the former Speaker of the House, but I'm also a historian with a wide range of interests. I enjoy talking with experts in their field and the most interesting people across a variety of subjects. I release 4 episodes of Newt's World every week, with an effort to excite the imagination of our audience, and hopefully you'll learn something new each time you listen. Listen and subscribe for free to Newt's World on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Strike Cigar Lounge.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has almost 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we deliver for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Wilton Simpson is a farmer who cares for family, friends, neighbors, and community. Because that's what farmers do. Now Wilton Simpson is running for Florida's Agriculture Commissioner. Because he cares. Wilton always stands up for those in need, like the CARES Center for seniors and the PACE Center for girls. That's why Wilton Simpson led the charge to reform our foster care system, so every child has a loving home and a bright future. Simpson led efforts to pass historic teacher pay raises, expand school choice, and secure billions of dollars for Everglades restoration. The causes are different. The reasons are the same. Wilton Simpson cares, because that's what farmers do. Wilton Simpson for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Hey, it's a Greek for 818 Tequila. 818 Tequila works closely with local family-owned farms in Jalisco, Mexico to bring you the smoothest, most natural, and best-tasting tequila possible. Experience award-winning tequila handcrafted for family and friends to enjoy. Visit drink818.com to find 818 Tequila near you. 818 Tequila. Skip the burn, taste the smooth. Please drink responsibly. 818 Tequila, imported by 818 Spirits, Manhasset, New York. 40% alcohol by volume.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
95 looking pretty good for the most part. We have a crash on the southbound exit ramp to Congress Avenue. That's off to the right shoulder. Looking at 95, though, in the West Palm area, we're up to speed. Now, you don't want to get off 95 eastbound at Okeechobee Boulevard, though, because there's some stop and crawl delays crossing over to Australian Avenue there. So Belvedere Road might be a better alternate for you. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by News.
And 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are back in the PH on Real Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Little Friday, known to most of you as a Thursday. Hey, this is Franny. I got Jimmy with me this morning. Good morning.
Hello and good morning.
And Greek is taking a day off. He will be back in the Penthouse because we have Greek's Gridiron tomorrow, and we will be live back in Boca at Strike's Cigar Lounge. But just because G-Man is not here does not mean we do not have a trifecta for you, and Jimmy is going to handle that.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Well, the Houston Astros, led by starter Christian Javier, have thrown a second no-hitter in World Series history. Javier and the three relief pitchers combined to blank the Phillies in Game 4 last night with a 5-0 final and pull Houston even in the series in historic fashion. The combined no-no joins Don Larson's perfect game for the 1956 New York Yankees in World Series lore. It is the third postseason no-hitter and comes in the same ballpark as the second Roy Halladay's NLDS no-no for the Phillies, ironically. How about that, huh? In 2010. Javier fired 6 no-hit innings to help Houston quiet the Philadelphia crowd and rebound from a rough Game 3, striking out 9 and walking 2.
Jimmy, I heard that the Astros were having a really hard time getting food in Philadelphia.
Really?
Did you read that?
No, I didn't.
So, from restaurants and even to, pick up orders and stuff, they're like, nope.
People refused to serve because they knew who they were?
Isn't that crazy?
That's terrible.
Right?
Sounds about right, though. It's Philadelphia.
For Philly.
With the series split 2-2 games apiece, Game 5 is tonight in Philadelphia. Speaking of Houston, different sport, however. Can the Houston Texans play spoiler tonight against another team from Philadelphia? That's right. The Eagles travel to Texas to take on the Titans tonight on Thursday Night Football. The Eagles are currently 13.5-point favorites, thanks to our friends over at DraftKings. And finally, Tyler Hero's three-pointer with 1.8 seconds left became the game winner, lifting the Miami Heat past the Sacramento Kings 110-107 last night. Hero had a game-high 26 for the Heat, who won for the second straight night after topping Golden State on Tuesday. Kyle Lowry scored a season-high 22, and Bam added 20 for Miami as well. The Heat sit at 4-5 for the season as they travel to Indianapolis to take on the Pacers tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And now, let's learn what happened on this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, something that a lot of people are familiar with, but maybe didn't realize when the birth date of it was. 116 years ago today, 1906, International Radio Telegraph Conference in Berlin selects SOS, which is 3 dots, 3 dashes, and 3 dots, distress signal as the worldwide standard for help.
Now, Jimmy, what does SOS stand for?
I looked it up to see if there was any designation for it, and apparently there isn't, other than the fact of save our ship and save our something else.
Save our souls, I've
Save
heard.
our souls, that's it, yeah. There are a couple that have been, but it wasn't as much about the letters being an acronym for something as it was the actual dots and dashes that were selected for that reason. 70, and it was very distinctive, like it was, people would recognize that amongst some other type of communication. 74 years ago today, 1948, the Chicago Tribune mistakenly called the presidential election for the wrong candidate, which allowed an amused Harry S. Truman to claim victory while holding the headline, Dewey defeats Truman. You ever see that picture? People holding up the newspaper?
I gotta look it up.
No?
Yeah. If I look at it, I might be like, oh yeah, that's familiar, but I can't picture it.
In some sort of history, I'm sure you've seen that. It's kind of funny. 66 years ago today, in 1956, the film The Wizard of Oz aired on television for the very first time and was seen by an estimated 45 million viewers.
Wow.
65 years ago today, 1957, the first dog was rocketed into space. The Russians launched the second man-made satellite, Sputnik 2, into orbit, and a dog named Leica as its passenger.
Did Leica have a say?
Leica had a one-way ticket. That's what Leica had.
I was going to say, did Leica say, yeah, I want to go to space?
That kind of leads me to to a question about something like if you had a chance to go to Mars, knowing that it's a one-way ticket, would you go? But that's kind of a little lengthy.
Round trip? I'd
go. 61 years ago today, 1961, the Country Music Association inducted Jimmy Rogers, Fred Rose, and Hank Williams as its first class into the Country Music Hall of Fame. 58 years ago today, 1964, Washington, D.C. was allowed to vote in a presidential election for the very first time. That's right, it was only 58 years ago. They earned the right in 1961 with the 23rd Amendment. 44 years ago today, 1978, Different Strokes starring the late, great Gary Coleman debuted on NBC.
What you talking about?
I love that.
34 years ago today, 1988, Geraldo Rivera's gorgeous nose was broken with a chair when skinheads brawled on his show.
Ooh, I remember that.
Yeah. 32 years ago today, 1990, Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice hit #1 on the pop singles chart, the first rap single ever to do that.
Stop.
Is that considered a rap song? Huh?
Collaborate and listen. Yeah, that
Nice.
was a rap song. Yeah.
30 years ago today, 1992, Billy Clinton, I love how they call him Billy Clinton. In all these, they always call him Billy Clinton, was elected 42nd president of these United States, defeating President Bush the Elder.
It's the way that he played a sax. That's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
26 years ago today, 1996, Kobe Bryant, the late great, made his NBA debut at 18 years old. Speaking of elections, 24 years ago today, 1998, Jesse Ventura was elected Minnesota's governor. He only served one term. 13 years ago today, in 2009, Carrie Underwood released her third album, Play On, featuring Cowboy Casanova and Mama's Song. And finally, 8 years ago today, in 2014, New York's One World Trade Center opened for business more than 13 years after the terrorist attacks took down the Twin Towers. The Freedom Tower stands at a very patriotic, and I didn't know this, 1,776 feet tall. And that's what happened on this wonderful day, November 3rd, in our history.
Well, thank you very much, Jimmy, for that and the trifecta. Well, this is pretty cool. Our buddy, we call him the Kingpin of Promotions, Andrew, he gave us something that I am very happy about.
Something I don't have, balls.
It's really unique. If you check us out, we are on Real TV. That's realradio921.com. You're just going to see right there on the homepage, there's going to link that says Real TV, and that is sponsored by our friends at Monroe's of Palm Beach. We're showing you ours. So, Jimmy, it looks like you got a turkey bowl.
I did.
Ball.
I got the turkey ball. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have.
If I took a Tom Brady ball home to my Miami Dolphins fan wife, I think I would get in a little trouble. So that is one of the options is the Tom Brady ball. But the turkey ball is pretty cool.
It is.
Check that out.
It's really cool, and I'll let you know how you can score one of those turkey footballs. Oh yeah, that's awesome. And if you look, I got the
Which one did you get?
I got the Brady one.
Oh, you did get the Brady
one.
It's a cool ball. There's no doubt about it.
It really is. It's very sharp. It's unique, and it's from a company called Round 21. But I don't want to get too far, Jimmy, because we last year, or I don't even know if it was for the Christmas party when I had all of you over, Dan and Nutter and you and everybody from the radio station. Was that when, were we watching football that day?
Well, we were definitely watching football.
Yes.
I'm trying to think if it was a celebration for something or if
it was a Christmas party, I think.
It was?
I think it was a Christmas.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That early? Oh.
Yeah, I think it was a Christmas party because we didn't have one planned.
I just remember spending all that time with Nutter's wife. Apparently, it's the thing to do.
I was
right,
like,
kids?
you're going to make Steve and Boca jealous. So
no, but I did eat your man's smoked meat.
Yes, he made some smoked wings and we did the build your own pizza thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that was a Christmas party that my husband and I decided to throw because we didn't really have anything planned here with the radio station. So I was like, you know what? Let's have everybody over. I think we just finished the tiki bar. Our pool was still under construction. I remember that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because you go putting a table in the middle and everything. I know a little narrow casting here a little bit, but
but it was great. Everybody was over. Everybody brought their wives and their significant others. It was a really good time. But your significant other was hilarious, and I've known her for a while. It's not like the first time hanging out, but man, I didn't realize how much she hates Tom Brady.
just a little, just a touch.
Oh my God, like the things that were coming out of her mouth.
Goodness.
And I was poking the bear. I was poking her so much, and I was just doing it just to get a rise out of her because she's funny. But
it's accounted for a couple of arguments in our house because believe it or not, as much as I should hate hate him like everybody else. I don't. I've always had such a admiration and respect. And, maybe it's because most of the career that he had in New England, Buffalo just was not a competitive team. So, it's hard for me to really get mad. But what the guy has accomplished is just amazing.
Yeah.
And that ball is just an incredible tribute to him, too.
It is. It's very, very cool. So, so it's Round 21. If you want to check out what we're talking about, round21.com. So it looks like Andrew has got this set up for the next few weeks when we are on location for Greek's Gridiron at Strike Cigar Lounge. We're going to have specifically the one that Jimmy showed you on Real TV, that turkey football. And I know it sounds weird, but it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a cartoon picture of a turkey holding its own football. Kind of on the side there, on the one side of the ball, and then, the leather and the Round 21 logo on the other. It's on actually 3 panels, the turkey. It's pretty cool. I'm going to hold it up to the screen so y'all can see it there on Real TV. And if you're not on Real TV, why aren't you?
Yep. So
sponsored by our friends at Monroe's of Palm Beach.
With Thanksgiving only just a few weeks away, we're like, hey, well, what goes better with turkey than a turkey football, right? So we partnered up with Round 21. And this is great because they partnered up with some Miami-based artists named Surge to commemorate these fall footballs. And not only do they have footballs, if you go on their website, they have basketballs, footballs, mini hoops, soccer balls, ping pong paddles. Should football not be something that you enjoy, there's all kinds of stuff. But with these footballs, they have different designs with players like Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Odell Beckham, all kinds. Check yours out. If you want to buy one, check it out. It's round21.com. So tomorrow during Greek's Gridiron, when we're on location, we are going to have one lucky winner that's going to score one of these limited edition Round 21 turkey footballs that's designed by Surge. Surge is the artist, and that is the one that Jimmy showed you. Yeah, so not only do you have a lot of reasons to come on out, of course, you can see Greek's beautiful face. You can try to beat him at Gridiron, but now you can also score one of these really cool footballs.
That's awesome.
Yep. So, Jimmy, you had a story about, and there's stories every week, but this one specifically about some Halloween candy that may have been tainted.
Well, it happened, right? So, I mean, we've been waiting to hear if there's anything like this would come up, and it certainly has. Police in the south suburbs are warning parents about potentially contaminated gummy bears they say were handed out to trick-or-treaters on Halloween. The yellow-colored gummy bears are in nondescript packaging along with branding or branding print that allegedly contained remnants of marijuana. Apparently, the smell of marijuana was very prominent, according to police. Chief Joyce said 5 suspicious packages were turned over to his department by an alert parent and grandparent after they were allegedly distributed to Halloween trick-or-treaters. This one person said, my daughter tells me he was inside the house and he was handing them out. She said there was a whole bowl of this stuff. And according to one concerned mother, police said Jared Phelan, 25, has been charged with child endangerment and the acknowledged handing over at least 20 packages of these marijuana gummies. Police said he told investigators he ran out of Halloween candy, so he sold empty marijuana packets with gummy bears.
That's a good excuse.
Seems logical, right?
Yeah,
I mean, isn't that what you would think to do? He gave packages to 8-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 10-year-old, but not the 2-year-old. I guess he had a conscience.
He's got morals here.
Yeah. There are certain morals.
So you said southern suburb. This was the Chicago area.
Yes.
Okay.
In Chicago.
Okay.
That tells me he was conscious. Apparently, he had some morals.
Yeah,
That's
and
ridiculous.
I love.
But we knew it would happen.
Did you see his costume? His costume says costume. It's just a shirt that says costume on it.
Pretty terrible. So we figured something like this would come out, but and the thing about it is, again, those things can't be inexpensive, right? I mean, they have a little cost to them, and you're just going to give them out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of silly. Obviously, it's sad you give it to young kids, but the fact that you're just giving them away, I mean, a lot of people would say, like that was one of the arguments that, well, nobody's going to, put fentanyl in candy this year because they don't want to, spend the money and give it away for nothing.
There's some evil people out there that don't care about the money they're losing.
Well, there's that, and not to mention the fact that I've always been under the impression that fentanyl is actually inexpensive, and that's why they use it to cut cocaine with.
All right. You could be right. I really
heard
have
that.
zero clue.
And again, I'm not into the drug world. I don't know how true that is, but any which way, there it is. I mean, there's at least one case of it, and I'm sure there's plenty others out there.
But if you see
what's going to happen,
the pictures of these gummies, they're so suspicious looking,
Sure.
right? Like
Well,
anybody who's going to go home, and hopefully most parents would go through their children's candy before they eat it. I know a lot of parents do.
You should do.
Yeah, but super suspicious. It's really, though, one of the only stories I've heard of so far that we've seen with this.
And unmarked packaging. I mean,
Yep.
come on, that's pretty easy right there. That's it. If that doesn't stand out, nothing will.
Yeah. Now, listen, we ran out of candy because when we were giving away candy on Monday night, we had the bowl out. We weren't there handing it with our hands, but we were sitting there, and we said, take as much as you want.
Right,
that was our mentality. It wasn't like just one. And most kids were really polite, and they would just take one or two.
It's usually what they would do.
Yeah.
But then again, you were chasing after kids that you scared half to death, so you were giving them extra. So it doesn't surprise me that you ran out.
It's true. So we did end up running out like later on at night, and this one kid came up, and he was an older kid because older kids come a little bit later. And so he went in, and we were like, grab whatever you want. And you could just see this look of disappointment, because the bowl was pretty deep, so we couldn't see what was going on. And when we're like, what? He was like, there's nothing in there. And I was like,
grab what you want.
Grab
It's
what
an
you
empty
want.
bowl.
It's empty. So
Nice.
I was like, hold on. So I go inside. I know. So I go,
funny.
right? So I go inside, and I was just like, oh, my God. And I'm looking, and we went through 3 bags of candy, big bags. And I'm like, I have nothing left. So I had these little individually wrapped, right? So they're not unwrapped peanut butter cups. And I had some Ferrero Rochers, you know what I'm talking about? And I had some, the ones that are in like the gold, they're like the gold balls of Ferrero Rocher.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
And I had a pack of those, and I had
Giving away the good stuff.
and a Godiva chocolate, like little, so they were all in there. I had like my expensive chocolate.
Jackpot.
I know. I was like, but the kids were probably like, what the heck is this? Yeah. I was like, you're going to love it. Don't you worry.
Don't worry.
So my husband was kind of upset because now I cleared our whole house out of our stash of good chocolate.
Oh, jackpot. That's what those kids sound like.
Yes,
Hey,
I
you know,
did.
it's funny, too, because you were talking about how you shared that video. You shared that on our social media, right?
Well, yeah.
As far as the
Me scaring kids?
Yeah,
Yes.
the kids being scared on
Yes.
our Instagram at Real Radio 921. But I also saw another one too that it was a. Well, I can't tell how old the kid was because it's in one of those blow-up dinosaur costumes.
You said
but
that
was
to me.
It was a shorter one,
Yes.
right? It wasn't the one the normal T-Rex we usually see. This was a kid's version.
Yeah.
So probably, about a 3-year-old, 5-year-old ballparkish in there?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
And again, same type of thing. It was daylight out, mom and dad taking their kids out trick-or-treating. 3 or 4 kids are walking up the driveway to get near the garage, and something screams. Something popped up and screams, and that little dinosaur kid turned right around and bolted that back down the driveway. It reminded me of that. That's why I had to send that to you.
I've seen so many videos like that, and then hearing the story about the lady in Maryland yesterday who was screaming and flashing the little kids as she's handing out her candy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm not that bad. It made me feel really good.
Yeah. Well, that's why I
Yes,
sent it to you. I
thank
wanted
you.
you to feel better
Thank
about
you.
yourself after the horrifying
Yes.
incident that happened at your house. Hey, we were talking, you started out the show today with the Powerball.
Yeah.
You want to check our, now I have tickets.
I do
that
too.
That I haven't checked yet. And
I
you have
brought
some
mine.
tickets too?
I did.
So you want to do this? Let's do this right here.
All right. Now
on
we
the
know
air. So
we
now
know we didn't win.
Well, we might be a millionaire, right? Can you still win?
You can win something.
$1 million worth?
Yeah, so I know
something?
I know because there is not
Okay.
a Powerball winner. If you're not aware,
Right.
the drawing was last night, and it looks like it is up to $1.5 billion right now.
So go to realradio921.com. You're going to look for Real TV, all right? And I'm holding up my ticket right now. You're going to see. You can go there. You can watch us. We're going to scan our tickets here to see if either Franny and I are any sort of winner, all right? Scan while using this app. All right. And there is.
I did, and nothing's happening with mine yet, so I think that means
I got the little bubbles popping as well.
Oh, do you?
So same thing. Maybe you're. I guess you're right.
Ooh,
huh? Did you win?
Nope,
Did you
I'm
win?
not.
Did you
Nope,
win?
that ticket didn't win.
Oh, congratulations! You are a winner.
Nice. What'd you win?
Claim at the retailer. I won $8.
Nice. Hey, hey, $8 is better than nothing.
$8.
How much did you spend on that ticket?
30.
Oh, all right.
So-
Whatever,
so
down
this-
$22.
This was a Greek winner. It's a Greek winner. Yeah, won
Hey,
$8.
I got
on
nothing,
30.
and I got 2 tickets because we did quick picks, and then we got one where we picked the numbers. And I never know what I'm doing when I pick numbers. I just I feel like I call to like the universe to give me numbers in my head. But I do want to get to our text line at 47142. You got to start it off with Real Radio. That's how we get your text. So we got these real. Ooh, I won $4.
Oh, nice. So you did win
On my quick pick.
Oh, and a quick.
So
one.
I got
Different
two.
one. Okay.
I got two sets of numbers
Nice.
that my husband and I picked. Those were losers. And then my quick pick, $16. So all in all, how much am I down? 420. I'm down $16.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Not
I'm
bad
down
at all.
22.
Right?
But you know what I found out, and I'm sorry, I'm going to sound like a real antiquated moron here because I don't play lottery all that often.
Yeah.
I went to a Publix, of course, because that's where a lot of people win,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right off of 95 for me. So anyway, I went there, and they've got a vending machine where you can buy these type, and I didn't think that you could do that. I've obviously seen the one with the scratchers and whatnot, but I didn't realize that you could buy like Powerball, the regular Florida lottery ones there too now in the vending machine. So
Now, I haven't.
for those of you that didn't know that, well, now you do. And if I'm the only one that didn't, well, then I'll have egg on my face.
Well, I've seen it before. I haven't actually played the Powerball or Florida Lottery or Mega Millions on there. I've always gotten scratchers. I'm not sure, and maybe somebody can answer this. Maybe you know. Is it just quick picks that come out?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't put in like what numbers.
Can you program? You might be able to program. The only thing that I know that restricted is it has to be cash. Which most of them are anyway, right? I don't think there are too many places you can use a credit card to buy lottery.
No, you can't use a credit card.
It's a vending machine that you have to put cash in, but it might accept. That's a good question. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't ask them that because I always do quick picks anyway. So I didn't even think about whether or not you could scan a card in there and whether it would give you specific numbers or not.
All right.
Good question, though.
Well, when we come back, I will get to those text messages that you sent at 47142. Start off with Real Radio. Of course, make sure you are tuned in because in about 8 minutes, you're going to get another keyword. It was red zone revenue. We want you to score $1,000. We had a winner, John, in this area who won $1,000. So it does happen. When you hear that, you're going to go to realradio921.com to enter that keyword. You're going to see the pop-up right there. We make it super easy.
It's almost $1 billion, right? I mean, 1,000. It's $1 billion.
Close,
it's kind of close to the lottery.
Super close. But yes, we got What the Florida coming on. We have a woman who stole something from a Waffle House, and she's got a really silly reason why. Also, a very mean Tampa woman stealing stuff from kids. And then we got a Florida man who was unhappy with some change that he got back from the convenience store, and then he did something quite ridiculous. I'll fill you in on all the details when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Another muggy start for us on this Thursday with temperatures in the 70s. We could see a few isolated showers through the morning as a front boundary is slowly making its way south. A few brief showers are still possible later today, but drier air settles into place tomorrow, so it will be more comfortable for Friday. But we're still muggy today with temperatures in the low to mid 80s.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I sell custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters that are easy to install at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are custom-made for your windows, and I guarantee they'll fit. Don't hire a pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
You know, there's nothing I hate more than dishonest business practices. So I built the company GiveMeTheVin.com around this slogan. We do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it. We'll treat you with the respect that you deserve, and we pay too much for good cars. Show up at your house, check in hand, pay off your payoff. It's just that simple. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach. The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. On election night, Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2022 team will give you a greater understanding as results come in. And the next day, Morning Joe will provide perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach. You will love the ladies there. You'll feel like a VIP every time you step in the door. 7 days a week until 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. Make your table reservations today. And the home of UFC fighting and football on Monday nights. It's boobs and buckets. You can't beat it. A football game and a beautiful lady. When do you want to feel like you're the coach and you call the plays? At Monroe's in Palm Beach. Get over there today to enjoy yourself. Peace.
NetSpend All Access. Get the mobile banking account with perks that add up. Banking services provided by and account established by Pathward N.A. Member FDIC. Deposit account opening is subject to registration and ID verification. Terms and costs apply.
Tobacco-Free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke. I'll never come back to smoke. I'll never come back. I'm giving you up.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Palm Beach Harley will pay your sales tax promotion on any pre-owned Harley this week only.
Hello, Tug D. Nut Wrench Esquire. Palm Beach Harley-Davidson doesn't intend on paying or avoiding your sales tax. That's just a no-brainer.
Sales tax is the amount of your discount on any pre-owned Harley. Palm Beach Harley is part of the #1 volume Harley dealer group in South Florida. You don't need perfect credit, don't need a cash down payment. 100% of all credit applications considered, and every pre-owned Harley discounted by your sales tax at Palm Beach Harley now through Sunday.
Football is back. Come on out as we return to Charlie's this Saturday for our next Coors Light watch party of the season as Florida takes on Texas A&M. Great food and drink specials, including $10 pitchers and $3 bottles of Coors Light during all live college games. Real radio swag, and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Gators game. Kickoff is at noon. Charlie's Neighborhood Bar and Grill, 400 Southeast Parrott Circle in Stewart. See you there.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. On election night, Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2022 team will give you a greater understanding as results come in. And the next day, Morning Joe will provide perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Hayes the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, one of my favorite spots, where great meals begin. If you love to eat well, Joseph's Classic Market has it all. Fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, pizza, bakery, and prepared foods. And Joseph's offers catering for all special events. Boca Raton, Delray, and Palm Beach Gardens. Joseph's Classic Market is also hiring for all positions. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin, proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron. I don't start a day without going to Joseph's Classic Market. Peace.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
95 southbound. This is right by Atlantic Avenue, just on the north side. You have a crash there that could cause you a bit of a slowdown. Also one on the southbound exit ramp 95 to Congress Avenue. That one off to the right shoulder. And checking out the West Palm area, we've been having some slowdowns along Okeechobee Boulevard eastbound, getting off 95, heading into downtown, and looks like finally that slowdown has cleared away. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and my company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blinds, shades, and shutters at affordable prices. Our blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000. .921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
See, this right here is why I love listening to the Penthouse. Because we talk about everyday problems that everyday Americans have to deal with. You know, shaving your pubes. So, Franny, I'm glad to hear you got your pubes zapped off. I'm going to have to look into this myself because, you know, G likes it when I shave my pubes in the shape of a G. And it gets really tiring having to break out the hedge trimmers to shave the old bush. So I might have to look into getting it zapped off. Kind of looking forward to it if it's gonna tingle.
My favorite sandwich? Pigs in a blanket. I'm the meat in the middle, rolled up in between Greek and Dano. Oh!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, and just like that, you become the third seat here in the Penthouse. And I say the third seat because today Greek has the day off. So when you use that talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app, just search for Real Radio 921, you're going to fill in for him. He will be back with us tomorrow because we are doing Greek's Gridiron live at Strike's Cigar Lounge. But for now, you got me. Hello, this is Franny and our favorites. You have Jimmy. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning. And I tell you what, of all the things that I get left out of, that is the one thing that I got to tell you I'm really jealous about.
You want to be part of that sandwich, don't you?
Meat sandwich.
You want to be part of that sandwich. So before I get into, before I get into Florida stories, we're feeling generous because we want you to deposit $1,000 into your bank account. And so that was a keyword that Rover just gave you for the 11 o'clock hour. And you have the 11 o'clock hour to enter it at realradio921.com. It's going to pop up right there, and we make it super easy for you to enter the keyword. And we got a winner just yesterday here in our listening area. So we want you to be next. If you get a number that maybe says private or a 513 area code, pick up the phone because that could be somebody on the other line telling you that you won $1,000. And then I'm going to get through some text messages. I'm going to go through some text messages. But I do want to mention this because it is Florida, and his name was just brought up during the talkbacks, Dano. So Dano was with Real Radio for such a long time, such a great guy. And I did see that he has something really cool going on.
Yeah,
he does.
Got a new gig.
He does. He's got a new gig, and I reach out to him every now and then because we do miss him here. But somebody texts at 47142, and I'm like, man, I missed it. I guess Dano was on the news last night. They said that he was on the news because of his new gig that he's doing, the podcasting, and he was promoting different locations and activities, promote tourism. So this is from Bobby M, and he said he looked good. So I'm so glad to hear that. I'm bummed that I missed out. Maybe I'll see if I can find it on YouTube. But yes, it is that time where I give you some crazy Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, there was a guy, and then it turned into 5 guys. This happened at Tony's Market in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Well, he got in a dispute with the cashier at this convenience store over the change that he received. Now, it doesn't say exactly what happened. We hear Greek all the time saying that he deals with people, cashiers who don't know how to do correct change. And maybe that's what happened here.
Okay.
But according to this adult male wearing a white tank top and black pants was trying to buy a Dutch cigar. Well, he became unhappy with the change that he received, and he got in a verbal altercation with the cashier. Then he leaves. This is all caught on surveillance, right? So then he leaves. They say moments later, he shows up with 5 other dudes. It shows him jumping over the counter and grabbing the cashier. You can then see him throwing the cashier to the ground, holding him down. At one point, the victim grabs a baseball bat, and the two are wrestling over this baseball bat. Then as he's being held down, the other guys that were there jumped the counter and stole $8,000 from the business, all over some change.
Silly.
Yep. Well, authorities are asking anyone with information about the suspects to contact the Broward County Sheriff's Office or Broward Crime Stoppers. That's 954-493-TIP. So it looks like these dudes have not been busted yet. And then normally when you think about the Grinch, you think about the Grinch during Christmas time. Well, we have a Grinch during Halloween time, and this is in the Tampa area. There is a grown-ass woman caught on video stealing a home's entire candy supply. All of their candy. So, yeah, this guy, Andy Signor, he told the local news that he was out trick-or-treating with his family when he saw what happened on his doorbell app. So it was at his house, but he's like, his little doorbell app sent him a notification, and he's looking, and he was like, yeah, he said, I caught it all happening live, and I was in shock. He said, I expected it to be maybe like a teens, to be greedy or whatever. but I could not believe it was an adult woman who did it. The video showed the woman dressed in what appeared to be, I love they call it, a barmaid costume, empty both candy buckets into her very own candy. Said she dressed up, walked on my lawn, and seems to do it with intent. It was super mean. Who needs that much candy that badly? You think maybe she forgot to buy her own candy and brought it to her house to give to trick-or-treaters?
Unreal.
Yeah. Yep. They have it on there. I don't know if they busted it yet. They don't think that she's going to face any criminal penalties. But he said she should apologize for taking all the candy and make a donation to a children's charity or school to make up for it, is what he said. And then finally, we're going to go to one of my favorite places, at least when I grew up in Georgia, Waffle House. Juanita Morton, well, she confessed to a theft. And what she did, she took a wallet that a patron before her had mistakenly left at the counter over at the Waffle House. According to Florida police, the victim paid their Waffle House tab early, and this was Monday morning, but forgot their wallet on the counter. The wallet contained a bunch of credit cards and too much cash, if you ask me. $2,300 in cash.
Oh, all right.
That's a lot of cash, right?
Yeah, for some people it's not. For some people it's for you and I. For you and I, it's a fortune.
Yeah, I was like, that is not pocket change. That is a lot of money. I don't know if I've had that much money in my wallet.
Yeah, but some people call that walking around money.
Well, Greek used to. Now he's very light these days. But as recorded by security camera, Morton was seen on the video kind of looking around. Is anybody seeing? Anybody looking? And then putting her hat on top of the wallet and sliding it over to herself with discretion. She quickly leaves the establishment while her husband and child are left inside the restaurant to pay. So I don't even think her husband and child knew what she was up to. Morton doesn't live that far from the Waffle House. They said about 8 miles away. And so with security footage, they were able to identify her as the suspect in this theft. They caught up to her, and she admitted to swiping the wallet. You want to know her reason why? The money was calling her, is what she said. Yes.
Oh, well, it's calling me, too.
The money was calling me. Well, that's not enough of an excuse to get out of it. So she was arrested on a felony grand theft charge and booked into the county jail. Well, that is your What the Florida. Now, we got these really cool footballs in from round 21. I got a Brady football. Jimmy got a turkey football.
Mm-hmm. Gobble, gobble.
Yep. And I got a bit of Brady news and your text messages we will get to when we get back on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week. We will start to see the humidity dropping a bit tomorrow and winds pick up. They'll be around 15 miles per hour.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Dell Technologies Black Friday event starts early with up to 48% off business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors, plus savings on accessories and free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What the Florida is brought to you by Knox & Dunn, strong and true Florida rum. Flavor straight from the barrel, nothing added. Try it today.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Some people say bigger is better. When it comes to buying a home, a TV, or an ice cream sundae, wouldn't you rather go big? Insurance companies think that because they're bigger, they can pay injured people less than what they really deserve. But guess what? We're big too. As America's largest personal injury firm, we know that our size matters. If you're going up against a big insurance company, you need a big firm fighting for you. And when we win big, you win big. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-341-8735 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-341-8735. That's 800-341-8735. What do you have to lose? Call 800-341-8735. Again, 800-341-8735.
Football is back. Come on out to Castaways this Sunday for our next Miller Lite watch party of the season as Miami takes on Chicago. Great food and drink specials, including $2.50 Miller Lite drafts during all live pro football games, real radio swag, and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Fins game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Castaways Gastro Pub, 911 Northeast Jensen Beach Boulevard in Jensen Beach. See you there.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach. You will love the ladies there. You'll feel like a VIP every time you step in the door. 7 days a week until 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. Make your table reservations today. And the home of UFC fighting and football on Monday nights. It's boobs and buckets. You can't beat it. A football game and a beautiful lady. When do you want to feel like you're the coach and you call the plays? At Monroe's in Palm Beach. Get over there today to enjoy yourself. Peace.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
95 southbound. This is right by Atlantic Avenue, just on the north side. You have a crash there that could cause you a bit of a slowdown. Also one on the southbound exit ramp 95 to Congress Avenue. That one off to the right shoulder. And checking out the West Palm area, we've been having some slowdowns along Okeechobee Boulevard eastbound, getting off 95, heading into downtown, and looks like finally that slowdown has cleared away. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack. Craving a tasty pick-me-up? Get a donut from Racetrack. And don't forget the coffee. It's only $1 when you buy any Krispy Kreme donut. Now that's a sweet deal. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going at participating locations. See store for details.
It's the giving season, and only the free iHeartRadio app gives you the live radio, music, and podcasts you love, all for free. Did you get that? You pay absolutely nothing to listen to your favorite radio stations anywhere, anytime on the iHeartRadio app. And you know what else? Sharing is caring. And with one tap, you can share what you're listening to with anyone, so they can listen for free too. iHeartRadio app for all of your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio. This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Jimmy, you just read the story, and you said the guy said he ran out of candy and that he filled the empty marijuana packets with gummy bears that he had laying around. So he didn't spend money on the expensive ones. He ate those. He put gummy bears back in the empty packets. That's why the parents realized there was something wrong, because these things weren't sealed right.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are back in the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 on a Thursday, November 3rd. Thank you so much for tuning in. And, of course, always listening to what we're saying and correcting us whenever we have to be corrected. Hello, what's going on? Good morning. This is Franny. Of course, we have Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning. And you can correct, I think it was Chicago 7 that had that article.
Yes, I did. I read multiple articles saying that it was THC gummies.
Yes, that's what I read as well. So.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a good indication that every word counts, right? You know, and it could vary, because to me the idea was that when they really noticed it And we're talking about a story that I read earlier where apparently some gummies that either the gummies had THC in it or the bags were used for gummies with THC at one time. The odor was so pungent that's why that they knew that it was something. But I had read that the actual gummies themselves are allegedly laced with the THC. So we'll see. I guess we'll have to find that out. But.
Yeah, I mean, the guy got arrested for something. So I mean, I don't think he would be arrested for giving out regular gummy bears.
Well, I guess it's and I guess now that's Illinois now are THC gummy bears legal for him to own. And if you give something like that, where so allegedly this person that left that talk back for us is saying that it was regular gummy bears that you can buy at any store or whatever, not laced with anything, were put into a bag that was used for THC gummies. So if that's the case, what illegal activity happened?
Yeah.
So, I mean, which I guess maybe because you're still giving that to a minor and it's got the remnants of it on there.
I don't know. I don't know, Jimmy. Yeah, everything that I read, it seemed like they were THC-infused gummies.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I did look it up.
Interesting, though.
It doesn't. It doesn't make a difference in the story. But as of January 1st, 2020, recreational consumption, possession, and sale is legal in the state.
Yeah. So, that's kind of interesting then. Because I mean, that talkback brings up a good point. Whether or not, because that's the important part, right? Where the gummies themselves and. That's why I sort of brought that up. And the point that I think the person that left that talk back was saying is who would want to give that stuff away because it's not cheap? I mean, I wouldn't.
No.
I mean, if you're going to spend the money on those,
absolutely.
I wouldn't want to give them out.
Listen, I have my medical card, and I told you I ran out of candy. I went for the expensive chocolate. I was going to be like, hey, let's go give them gummy bears.
So, I mean,
let's give them my Martha Stewart. Even the CBD, I have Martha Stewart CBD gummies, and it's just CBD. You can buy that anywhere, right? You don't need a medical card for that.
You have to be 18, though, or 21 for that?
I believe so.
Okay.
I don't know. I would guess you have to be an adult even for CBD. But I'm sure sometimes, because I've seen it at gas stations, I'm sure they probably have teenagers who've purchased it without being carded. But I don't know the legalities with that. But I do have some texts that came in at 47142. Start off with Real Radio. Of course, with the football talk, they were asking, hey, is that Tom Brady football deflated? I got multiple ones of those. Multiple.
No surprise there.
Yes.
Yeah,
no, it is not.
This one actually does come with air.
It does. Yes. I'm showing you right now. And then we have a couple people who talked about the lottery tickets, because I know you can't purchase with credit, but they said that you can purchase with a debit card. The text come in at 47142. You have to start it off with Real Radio. They say at Winn-Dixie and 7-Eleven, you can pay for lottery with a debit card.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. And then we also have from AJ. Yes,
that's good to know because I pay for everything with my debit card.
Yeah, and I guess now, because sometimes I won't go get a ticket because I was like, man, I don't have cash on me, but I have my debit card on me. We also have AJ saying, yes, those lottery machines at Publix accept the cards, so you can pick your own number.
Right, so you got to fill out one of those.
Also, I saw at Winn-Dixie that they have Mega Millions and Powerball scratch-off tickets. You pay for it at the register like a gift card. They come in $4 and $10 options. It's a quick pick that you scratch off to see your numbers. I have not heard of that either.
Interesting.
Yeah, yep. So that is new. Thank you so much. Let's see. Donna also wrote in, said they were real gummies in old pop bags, not marijuana gummies.
Okay.
So that's according to Donna about the story that Jimmy was telling us. We were talking, today's National Sandwich Day. If you go to our Instagram or Facebook or Twitter at Real Radio 921, we posted something on there, and one was, you're going to see it. It's just like a little meme that I put together, and it's, let's settle this debate once for all. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no? And then Jimmy also posted a video where you can tell us your favorite, and Jimmy told us that his favorite was Taylor ham.
Taylor ham and egg with cheese on a hard roll plain.
There you go. And somebody was like, you got to try Taylor ham on a toasted everything bagel with cream cheese.
There you go.
So, yep. So that's, I've never had Taylor ham, but Jimmy, if that sounds up your alley, then you do that.
Perfect.
And then I don't know where this came about.
Oh, boy.
We got a couple.
This doesn't sound good.
No. It's fine. It's fine. For some reason, we got a couple jokes that came our way because, we asked for them. But I love it when you do this. They said, did you hear about the recent lottery winner? It was a lady that lived in an old shoe. Seriously, guess where she lives now? You want to guess?
In a new shoe?
Beverly Hills.
Oh, Jesus. That's terrible.
And then And then we got one because
Hold on, you get it.
I got it too because both my mom and dad were from Puerto Rico.
Beverly Hills.
Heels, yeah. So I got I guess this one might be geared towards me.
Shameful.
I guess.
Okay.
Franny, do you know what the chances are to win the Puerto Rican lottery?
Oh, jeez.
Do you want to guess?
There we go.
Do you want to guess?
I have no idea how to guess for that.
Juan in a million.
Oh, gee. Wow.
Yep. Said no Juan ever. So speaking of millions, this couple has a lot of money between the two of them.
All right.
Ex couple.
Oh.
They are now divorced.
All right.
I got the Tom Brady ball. We're going to talk a little Tom Brady. But people were curious because they're like, how the hell did they get divorced so damn fast, right? It's like one day we're talking about her going to divorce lawyers. 2 days later, the divorce is finalized. Normally when it comes to any kind of divorce, celebrity or not, it takes some time. Well, the reports is that the reason why this was settled so quickly is because Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen had an ironclad prenup.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
They said that this prenup was set down before they got married in 2009. They both have their own separate business entities, so the separation of their wealth wasn't that complicated in the end. The only other major factor was dividing up their massive property portfolio. So they said that Brady was going to keep the $17 million mansion currently under construction on the Billionaire Bunker, which is in Miami. Billionaire Bunker is the name of that. It's at Indian Creek Island in Miami. That's what they're calling it. They bought that in 2020 and then demolished it. And then that's what they're building under construction. I guess she has purchased her own home quietly in Miami Beach, and that's why she's there. I love how they were like, it's a modest 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and it's $1.25 million.
If it's overlooking the water or anything like that, I can easily see that being. As a matter of fact, that seems kind of cheap.
Yeah,
$1.25 million for a 3-bedroom. I saw somebody posted a video of an apartment that overlooks New York City, Manhattan area. That was $25 million or something along those lines. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
It is. But I guess they also have homes in Bahamas, Yellowstone Club in Montana. They have an apartment in New York City. And also they have the one that they have, and they have one in Costa Rica. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing, unless they're still renting, right? They purchased it in Tampa area, didn't they?
I believe so.
Yeah. So they have a bunch.
They had the house. Well, I know they at least had the one house that Jeter rented out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember whatever house that they were living in themselves.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was another one.
I know they did move out of that one.
They were selling that one that Jeter rented.
Yeah. So they're saying with Brady, estimated net worth of $333 million. She has a $400 million fortune. Yeah. They're going to be just fine, but that's why they said it happened so quickly because it was just easy to do.
Well, it makes sense. I didn't realize they had a prenup. That's not something that I remember talking about because usually that information gets out there, but I'm not surprised. And again, I don't think they had anything to fight about there. The fight was all about whether or not how much time he was spending with the family. That was the big thing. That's the one consistent thing that we kept hearing over and over and over again. It wasn't even as much about injuries in football. It was the time away from the family.
Yep. Well, we have a trifecta coming your way. I know G-Man is not here today, but Jimmy has been handling it well, I must say. And we'll get into that and so much more when we get back in the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
No one gives a big warm hug like us when you need it. Come on, get in here. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. What?
Imagine the Palm Beach's best restaurants all in one place. Imagine savoring unlimited samples paired with the best wines around. Imagine no more. Tastings Food, Wine, and Craft Beer event is back Saturday, November 12th at Tanger Outlets. Unlimited samples, fine wine, craft beers, and live entertainment. Get advance tickets for just $25. VIP experiences available too. Visit pbtastings.com. Tastings sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Humana, Florida A&M University's Mary, and presented by Dr. G's Urgent Care, the best urgent care in South Florida.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week. We will start to see the humidity dropping a bit tomorrow and winds pick up. They'll be around 15 miles per hour. Hour.
This report is sponsored by News Nation. Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 8 p.m. Eastern. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet, security, and voice for just $40 per month for 12 months when you add mobile. Plus, get free installation and ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Ends 11/6/2022. Restrictions apply. Requires Eagle Bill and AutoPay. New Comcast Business 250 megabit per second internet. Security Edge and one voice line customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment taxes and other fees and subject to change. Must add mobile 90 days from internet install and keep all services for mobile discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 1H 2022. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis to give you a greater understanding. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. In office, West Palm Beach.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Racing hot rods this year. The Hess truck's here.
A flatbed truck with lights, sounds, and 2 racing hot rods. Get it now at HessToyTruck.com with free shipping and batteries.
Finding the right Medicare plan was no easy feat until I found Walgreens Find Rx coverage. Compare plans online, over the phone, or in person, and find plans with low-cost copays. When you need to talk Medicare, Walgreens is here. Start shopping today at walgreens.com/Medicare.
For more information about contests on the station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
Hayes the Greek for 818 Tequila. 818 Tequila works closely with local family-owned farms in Jalisco, Mexico to bring you the smoothest, most natural, and best tasting tequila possible. Experience award-winning tequila handcrafted for family and friends to enjoy. Visit drink818.com to find 818 Tequila near you. 818 Tequila. Skip the burn, taste the smooth. Please drink responsibly. 818 Tequila, imported by 818 Spirits, Manhasset, New York. 40% alcohol by volume.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
If you're heading out along 95 in the Delray area, still have a crash. It's off to the shoulder, but causing a minor slowdown. That's southbound 95 just north of Atlantic Avenue. Heading out along your side streets, we're not getting word of any major tie-ups right now, and the turnpike looks good. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack. Craving a tasty pick-me-up? Get a donut from Racetrack. And don't forget the coffee. Participating location. See store for details.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are back in The Penthouse. What is going on a Thursday? Now, yes, it is Thursday, which means tomorrow is Friday, which means we are going to be on the road for Greek's Gridiron. That is going to be Strike's Cigar Lounge in Boca Raton. We will be there doing it live from 10 to 2, so make sure you come on out, especially if you want to try to beat the Greek, because he will be with us tomorrow. And that is 7 games against the spread. We do 2 in college, 5 in the NFL. So far, we only have 3 people who have beat him. And if you do, you're going to win a $200 gift card, which is fantastic in itself, to New York Prime. And then you're going to be in the running for a trip to Las Vegas at the Circa Hotel and a 70-inch flat screen TV. What is going on? This is Franny, and of course, I have Jimmy with me. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And just because Greek isn't here does not mean we do not have a trifecta for you, and Jimmy's going to handle that.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Well, a little World Series action last night as the Houston Astros, led by starter Christian Javier, have thrown the second no-hitter in World Series history. Javier and 3 relief pitchers combined to blank the Philadelphia Phillies in Game 4 Wednesday night, making that a 5-0 final and pull Houston even in the series in historic fashion. The combined no-no joins Don Larson's perfect game, the 1956 New York Yankees in World Series lore. It is the 3rd postseason no-hitter and comes in the same ballpark as the 2nd Roy Halladay's NLDS no-no for the Phillies, ironically. How about that, huh? In 2010. Javier fired 6 no-hit innings and to help Houston quiet the Philadelphia crowd and rebound from a rough Game 3, striking out 9 and walking 2. With the series split 2 games apiece, Game 5 is tonight in Philadelphia. Speaking of Houston, different sport, however. Can the Houston Texans play spoiler tonight against another Philadelphia team? The Eagles travel to Texas to take on the Titans tonight, and Thursday Night Football. Eagles are currently sitting as 13.5-point favorites, thanks to our friends at DraftKings. And finally, Tyler Hero's three-pointer with 1.8 seconds left became the game winner, lifting the Miami Heat past the Sacramento Kings last night, 110-107. Hero had a game-high 26 for the Heat, who won for the second straight night after topping Golden State on Tuesday. Lowry scored a season-high 22, and Bam added 20 more for Miami as well. The Heat sit at 4-5 for the season as they travel to Indianapolis to take on the Pacers tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And there's a little Greek's trifecta for you.
Well, thank you so much, Jimmy. And I do want to let you know, if you're new to the program, you have a bunch of ways you can get in touch with us. 877-927-6969. That is the OG original way. Give us a call. Talk to us, whether it's on topic or you want to bring up something. We also have a text line that is right in front of me at 47142. Started off with real radio like this one. We were talking about Halloween candy. Somebody was giving out things that they shouldn't have. A woman stole Halloween candy. And this person goes, thank God I inspected my kid's Halloween bag. Some sick bastard dropped in a pair of Gator football tickets. What a sick world we live in. And we are the home of the Gators here on Real Radio, so not everybody feels the way you do. But yeah, so you can do that.
That's so funny. I don't care who you are.
It is funny. You can also email us at jimmy@realradio921.com or utilize that talkback feature that's on the free iHeartRadio app. Now, speaking of audio.
Speaking of the Florida Gators, you can catch them this Saturday at 9 a.m. pregame and 12 o'clock kickoff.
Who do they play? Do you know?
This week is Texas A&M.
Okay, that's gonna be because it should be a good game. It should be. I know there's a lot of good football. Miami FSU is this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That is a big rivalry.
That's a big rivalry. I know, and I believe that's a noon game. And then of course Georgia Tennessee. That's going to be exciting.
And that's actually an annual game, right? Doesn't Miami and FSU play every year? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, here's something else that happens every year, and we were talking about some Halloween candy. Apparently, Jimmy Kimmel does a bit each year where he has people sending videos to him, and it's audio of parents telling their kids that they ate all their Halloween candy the following day. And there's a couple funny ones here, and I wanted to play them.
Well, we got hungry last night, and we ate all your candy.
Mom, damn it!
I ate all of your Halloween candy last night.
So Mommy and Daddy ate all your Halloween candy last night.
That's okay if you ate all the candy. But when it's the next Halloween, we can get more.
That's right, we can.
Your dad and I ate all of your Halloween candy last night when you went to bed.
That first one is awesome, though.
Do that one again.
Hungry last night, and we ate all your candy.
Oh, damn it.
That's me and Greek slamming the counter.
It is so. Oh yeah.
Damn it.
I know you guys are all missing Greek hit the counter. It is really cute. He does it every year. It is such a great video. Speaking of videos, if you go to @realradio921.com, I posted a couple things, and we're going to get into a conversation in a little bit, and that is eggnog. It's that season.
Ooh.
It's time. Has it hit the shelves yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The Evan Williams, usually,
All right.
like the alcohol one.
Of course you get the one with the
alcoholic.
The alcoholic one, the one for alcoholics.
One. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I got that. I don't know if it's hit like regular eggnog has hit the store shelves. That I don't know.
I love Publix. I love Publix eggnog, and I know I'm going to sound like a little what a person called Greek a tutti frutti because I prefer the diet one or whatever they call it, the low fat because it's.
Oh, I didn't even know they made one.
They make two different ones because it's the consistency is a little bit thinner, but it still tastes the same. So that one is my favorite. It's so good. So we're going to get into talk, but you can go to realradio921.com. Also, our Facebook page at Real Radio 921 and our Twitter, because you can comment there. And the question, they did a study, and I'll give you the details with the study of what is the most popular or what is your favorite spirit to put into your eggnog.
Oh.
Yeah, so we will get into that. But I do want to give you a heads up because in about 4 minutes, we are doing our giveaway. 11:45 is when we do it. So don't call now. We're going to give you the cue to call. But what we have up for grabs is tickets to our tastings, food, wine, craft beer, and music event. We've done this a handful of times. I don't even know how many years it's been, but this was an event that was created here in this iHeart building, and it is such a good time. So this is tastings, food, wine, craft beer, and music. It's going to be Saturday, November 12th at the Tanger Outlets, Palm Beach, and this is unlimited sampling of food from local restaurants like Andy's Latin Food, the Twisted Tuna in Jupiter, Tropical Smoothie, and then the fun part, well, even though you know how much I love food, we have craft beer and spirits from Hop Life Brewing.
What's your dream?
To go to tastings. Knox and Dunn, Florida Rum.
Did you say
by the way,
Knox and Dunn?
Yeah, by the way, put that in your eggnog.
Damn right.
Yep.
Already have.
Uh-huh. If you like limoncello, we got Lena's Limoncello. You can get your tickets at pbtastings.com if you are not able to win them at $25, or if you want to come in an hour earlier, this is VIP tickets and they're limited. And when you come in an hour earlier, that means you get to enjoy the unlimited access to all the foods.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy those for $40. That is pbtastings.com.
You're going to be there, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, should be a good time.
I
want to put my request in. Because last time they kept me away from all the booze.
Shocker.
But it's like I've worked in the bar industry for so long, and a lot of bars, like there's no trust there, right? A lot of the bars you can't drink. So I am very good at pouring a cocktail without making one for myself. So speaking of cocktails.
Really?
Speaking of cocktail, I'm actually going to be bartending all weekend long at the Feast of Little Italy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll be there. This festival is this weekend in Abacoa.
I've seen you over there. I think the last time you were there, or one of the last times you were there, we stopped over, and that's a great little festival they got over there.
Yeah, you did. You actually, you've been by twice. One time you came, it was really busy, and so we weren't able to chat. But then you came one time and kind of hung out by the bar, and you and your lovely bride, and you met some listeners.
Sure, yeah.
And they bought you beers, and you guys had a blast.
And, her husband and some other friends. Yeah, we had a great time.
Yep.
That was the one in Port St. Lucie. That was the one over in Tradition.
Oh, true. Yeah, but it was a feast. Yeah.
It was an Italian fest.
Yeah, it was Feast of Little Italy in Port St. Lucie. This one is actually in Abacoa.
Abacoa, right? Yeah, yeah, I went over there.
Yeah, but when you go to realradio921.com, I also posted a video of this guy. I mean, this is beast mode. He's a badass. If anybody knows his name, please tell me, because I have tried to do some research on this. It's a video that went viral on TikTok, and this guy has one leg. And do you know what parkour is, Jimmy?
No.
So parkour, it's if you ever see people like scale buildings and jump from place to place and do like backflips, it's an extreme sport, but on your feet.
Oh, all right.
Parkour. You gotta watch. There's a parkour course that they put up, and this guy has one leg, and he nails it. This guy completes the whole course like a boss, better than people who have all of their limbs do.
Oh, his name is
Jim.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's a good name. Yeah. So seek that out at realradio921.com on the Penthouse blog. But yes, it is that time.
We're going to give away some tickets to tastings.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's get you on the line, 877-927-6969. That is your cue to call. Jimmy is going to be answering those phones because he is an octopus, so he can handle 8 lines at once. 877-927-6969. We are giving away tickets to our tastings, food, wine, craft beer, and music. And since Greek is not here, it's going to be difficult for us to play Who's Most Likely To. So we are going to one of our favorite games. That is He Said, She Said, where Jimmy is going to read you a quote. And the quote either came from me, came out of my mouth, or it came from Greek. That's all you have to do. It is a 50-50. And while you are doing that, and then maybe if you can't call in, like I mentioned, pbtastings.com, you can get all the details and purchase your tickets right there. And I love this. The proceeds of this benefit the Big Dog Ranch Rescue. Now, speaking of dog rescue, if anybody knows my husband or friends with him on Facebook, can you talk him into letting me adopt a golden retriever? So I've been trying for a while. And he keeps on shutting me down. But there's one that just came from China, and it was one of those meat market dogs, and they brought it, and it's in Canada now, and they're bringing it down to South Florida. So I'm trying to pull out some heartstrings, and all I keep on doing is getting no. But I have one at home already. We've got a yard. I feel like we can make this happen. So if you guys can help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. And also, while Jimmy's answering the phones, think about this, because I know my friend over at Knox and Dunn Florida Rum, his name is Chris. He is, but we already said, try it. It's a fantastic rum. It's got a bourbon finish. They age it in bourbon barrels, and that's why. Try that with your eggnog. And when you come to PB Tastings, he's actually going to be bringing eggnog to his sample table with the Knox and Dunn Florida rum. So you can check that out. Jimmy, you didn't have your headphones on.
I heard that.
Yep. Chris is going to bring an eggnog to the Knox and Dunn table at the tastings event.
I can already tell you how good it is because I've already done it.
Yep. So there you go. You can try it out. Are we ready to rock and roll, Jimmy?
We are ready to rock and roll, as they say, and we're going to play a little game called He Said, She Said, and we're starting with Justin. Justin, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, what's going on?
Justin, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Have you or have you ever gone to our tastings event before?
I have not.
You have not? Well, then let's see if we can get you hooked up because you're going to absolutely love it. We're going to play a little game called He Said, She Said, and this is very simple. I'm going to read you a quote, and you have to let us know whether Greek said this quote or Franny said it, and I have the audio to back it up. All right, bud?
All right.
All right. Here is your quote. Mine was warm and delicious, and I appreciate it. Mine was warm and delicious, and I appreciate it. Did Greek say that, or did Franny say that?
I'm going to go with Franny.
That's right.
Nice job.
Nice job, and this is what that sounded like.
I'm putting it in my mouth.
Nope.
Yeah, come on, man.
No, you're not. Nope. That wasn't the one.
Wrong one.
That wasn't the one. All right. Let's see. I guess I don't have it there.
Well, there, yeah. Well, there you go.
Well,
Greek did put it in his mouth.
I promise Franny's the one that said that.
Yes.
So any which way, I'll see if I can get that drop. Was in the wrong one in the wrong spot. I'm going to put you on hold. If you would, Justin, hang tight for a couple minutes. I'm going to get back with you on break, and we'll get you set up with those tickets, okay?
You got it.
All right. Nice job.
Congratulations. And if you were on hold and you're like, damn it, I wanted those tickets, we'll go to pbtastings.com. Buy your tickets there. They're only $25. And $25 is well worth unlimited sampling of food and booze and getting to see some of your favorites from our iHeartRadio family. Now, mine was warm and delicious.
There it is.
There you go. So, Jimmy, what is your favorite? And I'm going to tell you what the study said as far as the top ones here. What is your favorite booze to put in your eggnog?
Now it's Knox and Dunn.
All right.
It is. I mean, I got a bottle of that a couple weeks ago, and fortunately, they're finding more and more stores to be able to carry that, so you can find it a little easier, or you can go to their website and you can purchase it there as well. But yeah, I started putting that in. If theirs isn't, then a rum.
Okay.
You know, I just like in general.
So like
a
dark rum, a spice rum.
Spice rum.
I
prefer spice rum. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not much of a white rum drinker, a silver rum.
Okay.
But that Knox and Dunn is delicious, and I do like a spiced rum in mine too. I also, and I think that's why it works so well with Knox and Dunn because it's a combination. I like bourbon.
Yeah, bourbon. Yeah, I would imagine that's good as well. Yeah. I've had that as well.
And not everybody, some people are like, listen, I just like eggnog by itself. I don't need to put any alcohol in it. But yeah, there was a study, right?
Who's that?
We don't want to be friends with you. No, there was a study that was done, and they did a survey. And yeah, a lot of people are a fan of this delicious eggnog. 42% of these people surveyed agreed that rum is the best choice for spiking their eggnog.
I'm not surprised. I would say probably second would be bourbon.
You know what? It's not.
It's not?
Brandy.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Brandy was 20% brandy, 17% bourbon.
What kind of brandy, though?
I don't know.
I mean, there's so many.
Yeah. I guess whatever. Well, same thing with rums, right?
Yeah.
There's so many.
There's so many.
Whatever your preference is.
True. Yeah.
Bourbon, 17%, followed closely by whiskey at 16%. And only 5% or just under chose a cognac. And I don't think I've ever had eggnog with a cognac.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I don't know if it'd be terrible.
How about scotch?
Having Hennessy. Yeah, see, probably not bad.
Scotch, I don't know if that was on that list or not. Because one thing that I used to like too, and if talking about a winter drink, hot chocolate and scotch. I used to put a little scotch in the old hot chocolate. That kind of gives it that little extra warmth to it.
I've never had that, but my mom loves, and I've tried it, and my in-laws. So it's different. My mom does coconut water with scotch. Like she likes a black label with coconut water.
Okay.
That's all right. But my in-laws, instead of doing rum in their pina coladas, which is typical, they do a scotch colada.
Oh,
so
all right.
put that. And I've actually tried it, and it's pretty damn good.
Yeah? You like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I'm not a coconut fan, so that's not something that would be up my alley.
Yeah, so you probably would not like that at all because there's a lot of coconut to it. But it is good. But yeah, you tell us. I posted it. That's on our Facebook, Real Radio 921. If you have some kind of crazy twist that you put into your eggnog, absolutely put that in. So speaking of crazy twist, I have not heard of this, but it's not the first time that they're releasing this for Thanksgiving. Now, I know we've talked about pot a lot because of those gummies.
What?
THC, but if you want to take your Thanksgiving to the next level and you're inviting guests, make sure you tell them that you're serving this because we have had too many stories about people, especially at weddings. There was 2 stories this past year where one of was the bride and her caterer infused the food with THC and did not tell the guests, and the guests started freaking out.
Oh,
I'm like, oh yeah, you remember that? Ambulance came because people were just like, if you don't know you're being drugged and your heart starts beating, you probably don't know. But if you plan on doing this, make sure you tell your guests. It looks like there is a cannabis-infused gravy that is going to be taking your Thanksgiving dinner to new heights.
Interesting. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
I'm sure there was a little bit.
Yeah, it comes from Private Confections, and they said, I love this. So, like, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Get it? Stone. The Edibles brand is bringing back its cannabis-infused gravy. I don't know if you could purchase this here. Probably not. I would assume it's like places like California, as we found out over in Illinois. You can buy recreational, but they say it boasts 10 milligrams of THC per packet, and it's something that you can purchase. But as I mentioned, if this is something you decide to do, or maybe get it shipped to you legally, make sure you tell your guests before you serve them gravy at Thanksgiving.
Sure.
You can get in trouble for that.
Is that a lot, 10 milligrams?
10 milligrams is like a normal dose for like an edible or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be a lot. But Jimmy, we got somebody on the line?
We do, yeah. Got our buddy Greg Risch checking in with us. Hey, Greg, what's going on, little buddy?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Going pretty good, man.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, Franny, did you hear about the testicular cancer survivor that won the lottery?
I did not.
Yeah, well, when he found out he won, he went nuts.
Oh, boy. Sometimes they hit. Sometimes they hit. Sometimes
not.
they don't.
You're talking about the THC and the gummies and with different things today too. So I got a little story. There was right now my wife is out on a cruise.
Okay.
And one of our friends is not a travel agent, but works for a cruise line that kind of does that, where she'll put together the packages.
Yeah.
And, you can buy them through her and everything. Pretty much just like a travel agent. Anyway, they were out last time that person was out on a cruise. They went up to Greenland. And anyway, one of the parts of the trip was to Amsterdam. So they stopped and they got a couple of edibles from one of their shops there.
Yeah.
And of course, they even say, like, be careful of how much you consume of these things. So I think she had 2 cupcakes or something like that. And I mean, it just totally fun. And we're not talking about somebody that normally would eat these things or have an edible. I don't know if she's ever had an edible in her life. And she ended up having way too much of this stuff. So long story short, she ended up being back on the cruise ship, and she was had her face down onto the bed, and she said, "There's a monster under the bed."
Oh no!
She started saying how there was a monster. So for Christmas this year, we got her the book. There's a monster under my bed.
That's funny. Yeah, well, what a lot of people don't
say.
realize is that it takes some time to kick in,
Well,
and so some people were like, "Oh, it's not working," and then they'll eat another one.
That's the problem.
And that is the problem.
Yeah.
It takes some time. It's not like if you're smoking it or whatever, where it hits you right away. So
Or a little bit quicker, anyway.
You've got to be careful. Oh, this is cute. Sharon from Loxahatchee texted in at 47142, and we're talking about parkour. And I guess she named her cat Parkour, and I can probably guess why. Her cat probably bounces off the wall.
Well, I guess that would make sense, huh?
Yeah. So make sure you do 47142 is where you can text us. And if you want to see that really cool video of this guy, just one leg, and he nails this parkour course better than most people could ever do in their lifetime. It's really insane. That's realradio921.com on the Penthouse blog. Now, coming up, we got your fun facts. And what else, Jimmy?
We got another $1,000 coming up in the next hour. So if you would, hang tight. We got a short little break right here. And on the other side of that break, you're going to catch the next hour's keyword. Get that keyword. While we're on break, go to realradio921.com. A little window is going to pop right up for you. And when you get that keyword, you can enter it right there. It's that simple. That puts you into running for another $1,000. We'll give you up to 13 chances a day at $1,000. We're calling this red zone revenue. Listen, you can take that $1,000. You can spend anything you want. You can go to maybe a football game, go to a hockey game, go to a Miami Heat game. There's all kinds of ways that you can spend that money. We're calling that red zone revenue. Hey, spend it maybe even on the holidays coming up. But get that keyword, enter yourself for $1,000. And if you get a phone call from a 513 area code, maybe it comes up, unknown caller, comes up, what was it that came up for John? We mentioned it earlier.
Private
came
number.
up, I think, as private number.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pick that up because you know you're in a running for $1,000. So why not pick up that phone and be our next winner? Now, coming up in the 12 o'clock hour, usually this time of day, we got some fun facts. Do we have some more today, Franny?
We sure do.
Ooh, how about some fun facts about...
Might be about sandwiches. We'll
Sandwiches?
see. Yeah, for a National Sandwich Day.
Maybe about meat?
If you want it about meat, whatever kind of meat you want. We have fun facts coming your way when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week. We will start to see the humidity dropping a bit tomorrow and winds pick up. They'll be around 15 miles per hour.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz.
This is Ben Ferguson, and this is Ted Cruz. Together we do our podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz, 3 times a week. Want to know what's going on behind closed doors in the Senate, the White House, the courts?
If you do, download Verdict with Ted Cruz on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, home of Greek Cigar 2022. Upscale cigar lounge, downtown Boca Raton. A humidor with over 500 cigars to choose from. Stop into the lounge or the patio to enjoy a perfect atmosphere with friends. Handmade cocktails, premier liquors, great place to enjoy friends or any sporting event. It's Greek Cigar 2022, and Strike Cigar Lounge is the home. Puff, puff, baby. Strike Cigar Lounge. Get there today. Peace.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it, especially these days. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising, with experts ready to craft your message fast. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
It's a new day because COVID vaccines just got a big update. So all the big stuff coming up this fall? Well, now you can say, you bet I'll be there. Because updated COVID vaccines protect against both the original COVID virus and Omicron. And everyone 5 and older can get one. So this is a moment we've all been waiting for.
Find updated COVID vaccines at vaccines.gov. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
At Simply Safe Home Security, we know in an emergency, the clock is ticking. So we designed an advanced security system powered by live 24/7 professional monitoring agents who use Fast Protect technology exclusively from Simply Safe to capture video evidence and verify a threat. Then alert police so you get faster police response. Right now, get 40% off any new system. Visit simplysafe.com/holiday to save big today. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Do you hear what I hear? It's the sound of exclusive offers mailing from the Valpak Holiday Workshop. This November, Valpak is teaming up with iHeartRadio to bring you a special holiday edition of the Blue Envelope. Together, we're giving you an easy-to-scan QR code to stream all your favorite holiday tunes through the iHeartRadio app. Plus, check your envelope to see if our elves have snuck a $100 check inside. Dash to the mailbox for your Valpak envelope. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See specially marked Valpak envelopes or valpak.com for details.
Football is back. Come on out as we return to Charlie's this Saturday for our next Coors Light watch party of the season as Florida takes on Texas A&M. Great food and drink specials, including $10 pitchers and $3 bottles of Coors Light during all live college games. Real radio swag, and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Gators game. Kickoff is at noon. Charlie's Neighborhood Bar and Grill, 400 Southeast Parrott Circle in Stewart. See you there. Duffy Sports Grill is your football headquarters this season. Try their award-winning wings, burgers, and ribs, or their famous 2-for-1 drinks. Don't miss out on all the action at Duffy's, where their game is always on.
This is Miami's Mike Gesicki, number 88, and I'll see you at Duffy Sports Grill, the next best thing to being there.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty, that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis to give you a greater understanding. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. Win $1,000. Money. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Yo, Penthouse, wasn't trying to correct you guys. Love you. You guys always tell great stories. I just thought you said that there was residue on the gummy bears, which made me think right away that this guy just put them in the packets that were already used for gummies. He should have just put them in plastic bags that didn't have any residue on them. If they were actual THC gummies, you wouldn't just find residue. The entire gummy would be THC'd up. Love you guys.
Just a friendly reminder that Tennessee fans drink beer like Stevie Nicks does cocaine. Go Dogs! Get 'em, butt chuggers!
Okay, I don't even know
is still a debate. You cannot call a hot dog a sandwich. You can't take something as sacred as a wiener in a bun and call it a sandwich. It has to be its own separate thing. I mean, you take this hot, juicy, foot-long sausage and stick it in a warm, fluffy bun, and then you just gobble it up. It's not a sandwich.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
This is why I come to work. Because of that. That is exactly why I come to work.
I gotta go to the store and get a sandwich.
Oh my God.
Get a hot dog.
Woo,
Get a sausage.
It is National Sandwich Day. You were not
just
aware?
Got hot in here.
Dude, there gonna be goosebumps. Is that weird? Oh boy. That is our talkback feature. If you want to be a part of the show, you can leave a talkback on the free iHeartRadio app. Just search for Real Radio 92.1. And speaking of, that's what you're tuned into. You're tuned into the Penthouse on a Thursday. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Good afternoon, Franny. And make sure you go to our Instagram page at Real Radio 921 and our Twitter page at Real Radio 921 or even our Facebook page. And I put up a little video earlier, speaking of sandwiches. What is your favorite sandwich? We want to know. We'll start sharing them in a little bit. And Franny, got some fun facts for us?
I sure do.
All right.
Let's do it. Well, today is National Sandwich Day. The sandwich named after John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, said to have asked his servant to bring him meat stuffed between 2 slices of bread so that it would be less inconvenienced while he was out hunting, playing cards, and just generally being a rich gentleman on the go. So, yes, he was like, I want my food to go.
Yes, James, please bring me some meat between bread.
Yes, people in the U.S. eat an estimated 300 million sandwiches every day. On average, that's about 1 a day for every American. That is a lot. Do you eat 1 a day?
Every American?
That means,
almost.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's what I'm saying. At least, well, so those people, there's people who bring that average up because clearly there's people who don't eat 1 a day.
But that's every day. So that means people are having multiple sandwiches a day. Wow.
I mean, imagine with kids and people who pack their lunch for work. It's just so. My husband takes a PB&J sandwich every single day to work.
Yeah, it's still only 1 though.
Yeah, every day.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's
ham
a lot.
Cheese, whatever. I guess
PB&J he is?
Yeah, he's a PB&J dude. Yeah.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
That's, I think, one of the more popular ones. 98% of people say that is, yes, by the way, a sandwich.
It is a sandwich,
list.
yes.
Yeah.
But see, you say meat in between bread. That's not meat, and it's still a sandwich.
That's true.
It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
So I guess it's anything. Like a grilled cheese sandwich, there's no meat in there. You just got cheese.
Well, another bunch of people, 87%, says a breakfast bagel is a sandwich, too, and there's no meat there unless you do a sausage or something like that.
Bacon, ham, eggs, cheese. Yeah, you got to put meat in a sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, in a bagel, breakfast sandwich. Well, it looks like...
We'll get back to that.
Yes, we will. In restaurants, sandwiches are menued more frequently than any other type of entree. In fact, the hamburgers, which is included, some people say it's not.
That's on that list
sandwiches,
as well.
yes, account for nearly half of all limited service restaurant sales.
Okay.
If they have a hamburger on the menu. 60% of sandwiches sold globally are actually hamburgers. I'm not surprised. Find them at restaurants, fast food restaurants, or just accessible. I mean, you can find them everywhere. Among the many varieties of sandwich popular in the United States, and I know you're going to get to these, Jimmy, but they say the BLT, a cheese sandwich, grilled cheese, whatever, a club sandwich, and I've never had this. Do you know what this is? A Dagwood? What's in a Dagwood?
I'm guessing that it's named after Dagwood, which was a cartoon character, and I think it has everything on it.
Okay.
And that was the whole idea behind it, because the sandwich was so big. He loved sandwiches so much that they were so huge, and they had everything on it.
All right.
But that's purely a guess. So if you out there know, give us a call, 877-927-6969, Jimmy at realradio921.com. I don't want to look it up. You tell us.
You look it up.
Jimmy at realradio921.com. Well, I'm assuming there's probably people out there that know.
Oh, yeah.
But if I remember right, it's from that. But again, I could be completely wrong on it.
All right. So looks like that is one of the popular ones, which I was not aware of. A French dip, which, yes, yum. Give me like the roast beef. And sometimes you can put some provolone on it.
Very
popular. With the au jus. So good. Hamburger, Monte Cristo, muffaletta.
Of course, we said PB&J are some of the popular sandwiches that you have in America. They say if you don't count a hamburger, the turkey sandwich followed by ham sandwich is the most popular.
Okay.
So it goes burger, turkey, ham. Turkey or ham for you? Which one tops your list?
I have ham more often because that's just what we happen to have around the house typically. But either or, I'm fine with either. Or both. Put both on there.
Yeah. And then I will end it with just a few more here for your National Sandwich Day. Serendipity 3, which we've heard about in New York because they have the most expensive, I think, like ice cream sundae. Well, yes.
Gold flakes and all that kind of crap on it.
Well, they've also earned the Guinness World Record for crafting the most expensive sandwich ever. It is named the quintessential grilled cheese, sold for $214.
Seems reasonable.
It includes 2 pieces of French Pullman champagne bread, which is made with Dom Perignon champagne. Of course, you got to add the gold, 24-karat gold edible flakes, white truffle butter.
I was going to say, it's truffles in there somewhere.
And a very rare Caciocavallo Podolico, I don't know if I'm saying that right, cheese. Then they say it's served on a Baccarat crystal plate with South African lobster tomato bisque as a dipping sauce. Well, that is the most expensive one that you can buy and eat. This is the most expensive sandwich ever sold, and it was on eBay. It went for $28,000, and you may remember this. It was that grilled toast that seemed to have an image of Virgin Mary on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the original owner was a woman from Miami. Her name was Diane, and she was about to take a bite into her sandwich when she noticed it contained an image of the Virgin Mary. So she sealed it. She kept it for 10 years as a lucky charm and then ended up went to go and sell it. Isn't that crazy? So she sold it to an online casino called the Golden Palace. And then I think they ended up selling it on eBay. $28,000 for an old sandwich. An old sandwich. And if you look at it, you're like, okay, because you're looking for a face, right? Because they want you to look for it. Oh, I don't know. And then finally here, the largest sandwich weighed 5,441 pounds. That is a big mother. Ooh. It was made by Wild Woody's Chili and Grill.
Had me at Woody.
In Roseville, Michigan. The sandwich contained 150 pounds of mustard, 1,032 pounds of corned beef, 260 pounds of cheese, 530 pounds of lettuce, and the bread weighed 3,568 pounds. It was, get this, because I know you like thickness and girth, it was 17 and a half inches thick, 12 feet long, and 12 feet wide.
How do you know that?
I read your diary.
Again?
I sure did. And those are your sandwich fun facts.
Nice.
Yes. Now, I have a crazy story. It's not a Florida story, but it is a crazy story that happened, an unfortunate event at McDonald's, but just there's a call that goes with it. We are going to play the audio because Jimmy's there because he's everywhere.
It's funny, too, because this story is like a couple days old. Today's an update because today actually has audio to go with it. So we'll get into that more on the other side of the break.
Yeah, absolutely. And so much more coming your way on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week. We will start to see the humidity dropping a bit tomorrow and winds pick up. They'll be around 15 miles per hour.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack. Craving a tasty pick-me-up? Get a donut from Racetrack. And don't forget the coffee. It's only $1 when you buy any Krispy Kreme donut. Now that's a sweet deal. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going at participating locations. See store for details.
Football is back. Come on out to Castaways this Sunday for our next Miller Lite watch party of the season as Miami takes on Chicago. Great food and drink specials, including $2.50 Miller Lite drafts during all live pro football games, real radio swag, and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Fins game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Castaways Gastro Pub, 911 Northeast Jensen Beach Boulevard in Jensen Beach. See you there.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
At Simply Safe Home Security, we know in an emergency, the clock is ticking. So we designed an advanced security system powered by live 24/7 professional monitoring agents who use Fast Protect technology exclusively from Simply Safe to capture video evidence and verify a threat. Then alert police so you get faster police response. Right now, get 40% off any new system. Visit simplysafe.com/holiday to save big today. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach. You will love the ladies there. You'll feel like a VIP every time you step in the door. 7 days a week until 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. Make your table reservations today. And the home of UFC fighting and football on Monday nights. It's boobs and buckets. You can't beat it. A football game and a beautiful lady. When do you want to feel like you're the coach and you call the plays? At Monroe's in Palm Beach. Get over there today to enjoy yourself. Peace.
Duffy Sports Grill is your football headquarters this season. Try their award-winning wings, burgers, and ribs, or their famous 2-for-1 drinks. Don't miss out on all the action at Duffy's, where their game is always on.
This is Miami's Mike Gesicki, number 88, and I'll see you at Duffy Sports Grill, the next best thing to being there.
If you're in a room with 4 other people, chances are one of you has already been an identity theft victim. 1 in 5. Watching your accounts and credit isn't enough. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. Nobody can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% on their first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. Promo code BECK, save 25% off your first year.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Smith & Wesson is committed to empowering Americans no matter what. With inflation hitting everywhere, we've decided to make a change. Now, you can buy a Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, our most popular concealed carry firearm, at an all-new low price, $100 off MSRP. We're absorbing the costs and passing along the savings to you so you don't have to compromise on personal security. Visit smithandwesson.com to find a Shield Plus near you. Smith & Wesson, always expect the best.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. On election night, Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2022 team will give you a greater understanding as results come in. And the next day, Morning Joe will provide perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Hey, it's the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, home of Greek Cigar Lounge 2022. Upscale cigar lounge, downtown Boca Raton. A humidor with over 500 cigars to choose from. Stop into the lounge or the patio to enjoy a perfect atmosphere with friends. Handmade cocktails, premier liquors, great place to enjoy friends or any sporting event. It's Greek Cigar Lounge 2022, and Strike Cigar Lounge is the home. Puff, puff, baby. Strike Cigar Lounge. Get there today. Peace.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Checking in with the Florida Highway Patrol, and we are accident-free along 95 from Boca to Jupiter. We're looking good with a 15-minute ride southern to PGA. It's a similar story along the turnpike. We do have a metal ladder in the roadway, and this is just inside Martin County. It's southbound 95, mile marker 91. It's just a few miles north of Indiantown Road. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is paid for by FMCSA. ShareTheRoadSafely.gov.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. When I'm making a wide turn in my bus, I'll remember to be careful. Please give me plenty of space to finish my turn before you drive ahead. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Newt Gingrich here, and I'd like to invite you to listen to my podcast, Newt's World. Most people know me as the former Speaker of the House, but I'm also a historian with a wide range of interests. I enjoy talking with experts in their field and the most interesting people across a variety of subjects. I release 4 episodes of Newt's World every week with an effort to excite the imagination of our audience, and hopefully you'll learn something new each time you listen. Listen and subscribe for free to Newt's World on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, what's up, Penthouse? Anthony here. You guys got it all wrong. The kids got caught with the weed gummies, and they blamed it on the guy handing out the candy. I was reading that in the Star Ledger. Happy to help you guys out. You guys have a good day. Mwah.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Best audience in the world, always helping us out. Thank you so much for leaving those talkbacks, and thank you so much for tuning in on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7 on a Thursday afternoon. Hello, this is Franny, and I have Jimmy with me. Thank goodness. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello, and good afternoon. We have lots more sandwich talk, too.
Yeah, so much sandwich talk, yes.
Yep.
And normally you would hear Greek with us, but he is taking a day off. But don't worry, he will be back at it tomorrow because we are going to be live. It is Greek's Gridiron. We do that Friday during football season. That's where we have contestants either call in or show up in person because we will be at Strike Cigar Lounge in Boca Raton. And what you're trying to do, well, you are trying to beat the Greek. We have 7 games against the spread, 2 in college, 5 in the NFL. And if you do beat him, you will get a $200 gift card to New York Prime. And you will also be in the running for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at the Circa Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's going to include flight and a 70-inch TV. And if you're not familiar with Strike Cigar Lounge, that is 514 Via de Palmas, and that is in Boca Raton, Florida. So hopefully we will see you there. We'll be doing it live from 10 to 2.
Now, during your fun facts, Franny, you were talking about a Dagwood, and Kyle writes into us, says, a Dagwood sandwich is a tall, multi-layered sandwich made with a variety of meats, cheeses, and condiments. It is named after Dagwood Bumstead, a central character in the comic strip Blondie. So that's what I remember him from.
Okay.
Who is frequently illustrated making enormous sandwiches. So that's what I thought. I didn't know if maybe it was specifically where it had everything. So, like, if you go somewhere and you order a Dagwood, I would imagine that it's obviously very large, but would have all kinds of different stuff on it, or almost like a an all-inclusive. Also, at Real Radio 921, that's our Twitter page and our Instagram handle. We have these in there. I posted a video earlier asking what your favorite sandwich is on National Sandwich Day. And we have one person, or DB Gator, wrote in, said Jersey Mike's Chicken Philly. Sam wrote in, says turkey club sandwich with extra bacon is his favorite. Deb wrote in, it says eggplant cutlets, no skin, fresh mozzarella, balsamic vinegar, and a really good Italian bread. Some like roasted peppers on this one, not me. So there's a couple of people that have written in to let us know what their favorite sandwich is. What is your favorite sandwich? Jimmy at RealRadio921.com.
All right, and we do have somebody who put in a text at 47142, says, love me a Reuben sandwich, toasted marble rye, butter pastrami instead of corned beef, deli mustard instead of 1,000 Island dressing, light sauerkraut, half kosher pickle, and this is very specific, and Zapp's Cajun potato chips. Yes, those are delicious, with a Guinness or a bold Cabernet Sauvignon or a Malbec. but nothing beats. I'm not going to finish that one. And that's from Hugh Bass.
Now, Cajun chips, did you say?
Yes. Have you ever had Zapp's?
Like spicy, I'm thinking a potato chip that's spicy.
Yes,
no?
they got a kick and they've got the crunch like a kettle chip. Like, you know what I'm talking about? They're
love
nice.
kettles.
Yeah, and they have Zapp's is a brand. They're New Orleans or Louisiana based, and they have different flavors, but they're like original. It's in a black and white bag.
Okay.
They're the Cajun flavors, so they have nice spice, but it's not spicy.
Right.
Right. It's
not
just got like a
not like one of those packy. Oh, Jesus.
That killed you.
Do you know what
We almost lost Jimmy when we did the Packy one chip challenge.
I swear. I mean,
Yeah.
as well as I handled it on the air.
Yes.
Afterwards,
Oh,
when
yeah.
we got off the air, I tell you what, I was this close to calling the ambulance.
I at one point did have a thing where I was like, I might have to drive myself to the hospital.
Yeah.
It lasted like 5 minutes, and then it went away. Thank God. But I had this feeling in my gut, and I was like, if it doesn't go away, I just ruined myself.
You can relive those moments if you want
Our
on our
pain.
social media pages. I think it's at least on our Instagram,
It
right?
is, yeah.
So they're up there. We did the Packy One Chip Challenge. I saw somebody do it, and they didn't show them actually doing it, so maybe they never followed through with it. He had 8 of them he was going to do.
Boy.
You
You didn't watch it?
No.
I want to know what happened.
But I'm seeing if there's I'm waiting to see if there's a follow-up video
Yeah.
of him actually doing it. But he just pointed out all 8 of them. I can't imagine. 1 is bad enough. I can't imagine somebody eating 8 of those and surviving.
Yeah, no, that is nuts. I got to see it. I know some people can handle. I've watched before. They have pepper eating contests where they start from, I don't, maybe like a jalapeno and then go to I don't know what's a hot one. I think the hot one is the Bonnish Scott bonnet, or no, there's the Carolina Reaper.
Right.
They have
that's
those.
the one I'm familiar. Matter of fact, that's what's
ghost
in
peppers.
the ghost pepper
Yes.
and the Reaper, the
Yes.
one in the Packy, right? Yeah.
So they start from like kind of like mild and then work their way up to whatever the hottest one is, which might be the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah.
It might be, I believe.
Yeah. And it's so funny because, my lovely wife loves to make fun of me. So when we were out that night, after we did that Packy challenge, or actually it was 2 nights later, she's telling everybody about, look what this idiot did, one of those type of stories.
Yeah.
So we were somebody asked me what the Scoville scale was on that.
Okay.
So I just, again, I'm only going by what Google said. I don't know. I couldn't find it on their website.
Yeah.
But according to Google, it's over 1 million.
Whoa. All right. So I want to see what that compares to as far as the Scoville scale that they have. Because it was intense. And as Jimmy mentioned, you can relive it on our social media. I know it's definitely on Instagram, probably easy to find there at Real Radio 921. Now, speaking of sandwiches, I know McDonald's, well, they put out a lot of hamburgers, and this is not a hamburger story. This is a pretty scary situation.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the call is even more insane. We're going to get into that. But first, we got a trifecta coming your way on Real Radio 92.1.
Introducing the latest way to hear the greatest station in the world. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Newt Gingrich here, and I'd like to invite you to listen to my podcast, Newt's World. Most people know me as the former Speaker of the House, but I'm also a historian with a wide range of interests. I enjoy talking with experts in their field and the most interesting people across a variety of subjects. I release 4 episodes of Newt's World every week with an effort to excite the imagination of our audience, and hopefully you'll learn something new each time you listen. Listen and subscribe for free to Newt's World on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by News Nation.
Just hours after saying a long-term deal was a priority, Dolphins GM Chris Greer and pass rusher Bradley Chubb agreed on a 5-year, $110 million extension. Panthers resume their 4-game West Coast road trip tonight. They're in San Jose. Florida opened the trek with a loss to Arizona Tuesday. And 4 Houston pitchers threw the first combined no-hitter in World Series history last night. Astros and Phillies now tied at 2 apiece. Game 5's tonight. I'm Scott Davidson.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 8 p.m. Eastern. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week. We will start to see the humidity dropping a bit tomorrow and winds pick up. They'll be around 15 miles per hour.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Where can you find gifts that keep on giving? Lowe's, actually. Save now on your choice of a DeWalt 20-volt max drill kit or impact driver kit for $99. Check back daily for deals during Black Friday month. Offer valid through 11/9 while supplies last.
Greek Trifecta is brought to you by 818 Tequila.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
If you're in a room with 4 other people, chances are one of you has already been an identity theft victim. 1 in 5. Watching your accounts and credit isn't enough. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. Nobody can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% on their first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. Promo code BECK, save 25% off your first year.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Hayes the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, one of my favorite spots, where great meals begin. If you love to eat well, Joseph's Classic Market has it all. Fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, pizza, bakery, and prepared foods. And Joseph's offers catering for all special events. Boca Raton, Delray, and Palm Beach Gardens. Joseph's Classic Market is also hiring for all positions. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin, proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron. I don't start a day without going to Joseph's Classic Market. Peace!
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
95 is looking good right now. throughout Palm Beach County. Not seeing any tie-ups. And we do have a slowdown along Okeechobee Boulevard. This is westbound coming out of the downtown area and on the approach to Tamarind Avenue. Some stop-and-go delays there. So just a heads up for that. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Walgreens. Finding the right Medicare plan was no easy feat until I found Walgreens Find Rx coverage. Compare plans cost copays. When you need to talk Medicare, Walgreens is here. Start shopping today at walgreens.com/Medicare.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, Francis, if you really want that golden retriever, just let Matty Boy know that if you can't have it, he can't pet the kitty anymore. Meow.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I ain't had nobody since January, February, June, and July.
If I get to put my hot dog between your buns, somebody owes me a sandwich.
I don't know much about a dagwood, but my favorite sandwich is a gagwood. Oh!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yep. You will only hear that on The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1. Hello on a Thursday. Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on that FM dial or, of course, that absolutely free iHeart Radio app. This is Franny. Greek is taking a day off, but we will have him back in the Penthouse mañana. But right now, I have Jimmy with me. Hi, Jimmy. Good afternoon.
Hello and good afternoon, young lady.
Yes, and speaking of Jimmy, he is going to handle the trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Well, the Houston Astros, led by starter Christian Javier, have thrown the second no-hitter in World Series history. Javier and three relief pitchers combined to blank the Philadelphia Phillies in Game 4 Wednesday night, 5-0, and pull Houston even in the series in historic fashion. The combined no-nos joins Don Larson's perfect game for the 1956 New York Yankees in World Series lore. It is the third postseason no-hitter and comes in the same ballpark as the second Roy Halladay's NLDS no-no for the Phillies, ironically, in 2010. Javier fired 6 no-hit innings to help Houston quiet the Philadelphia crowd and rebound from a rough Game 3, striking out 9 and walking to the series split 2 games apiece right now, with Game 5 tonight in Philly. Speaking of Houston, different sport, however. Can the Houston Texans play spoiler tonight against another team from Philadelphia? The Eagles travel to Texas to take on the Texans tonight at Thursday Night Football. The Eagles are currently sitting at 13.5-point favorites, thanks to our friends from DraftKings. And finally, little Miami Heat action last night. They won again. Tyler Hero's three-pointer with 1.8 seconds left became the game winner, lifting the Heat past the Sacramento Kings 110-107 last night. Hero had a game-high 26 for the Heat, who won the second straight night after topping Golden State on Tuesday. Kyle Lowry scored a season-high 22. Bam added another 20 for the Heat as well. The Heat sit at 4-5 for the season, and they travel to Indianapolis tonight to take on the Pacers. Actually, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And there's a little Greeks trifecta action for you right here on Real Radio.
Well, thank you so very much. So I had a couple people send me some things. You said, because we did that Packy One Chip Challenge, and this is the new one. I believe, I know the difference. They added the Carolina Reaper, and I believe it's a scorpion pepper mix.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and it turns your tongue blue. The other ones didn't. Actually, I have 2 cases or 2 boxes, and you know what they look like because they look like a coffin because you're going to die when you eat them. So I have 2 of the original ones. I don't know if they're still good. I don't know if they go bad like most things. There's not an expiration date on them, but I've had them for a couple years in my house, and I'm thinking about throwing them away because I never want to do it again. But so from what somebody sent me, they said that this has and I don't know if this is true. It feels so high because you saw 1 million.
I did it right here. It says, beware, the Packy chip has a Scoville unit of 1.7 million. If you want to try the Ghost Pepper Packy chip, then you will have to deal with 1 million Scoville heat units That's one. Another one says, what is this? That one right there. Yeah, so maybe it's even higher.
I saw 2 million.
This says over 2 million on this other one.
Because they say the Carolina Reaper and the Scorpion Pepper both registered over 2 million Scoville heat units.
That's the one I see right there, yeah.
Yep, so makes sense because that's a higher. Because when I Googled the Scoville, it looks like the highest one. So it goes, top 3 is Ghost Pepper at 855,000 to a little over 1 million. Then a Trinidad Scorpion, which I've never heard of. Yep, that is at 1.2 to 2 million. And then the hottest is that Carolina Reaper, which is in that chip, and that's 1.4 million to 2.2 million. So yeah, there is a story that made the news a couple days ago, but now it's resurfaced, even though it hasn't been that long, because there's audio that came along with this. And this is insane. So there was a McDonald's that is getting robbed, and there is a young girl who called 911 because of this. Well, the person who answered 911, Jimmy, was her mom.
Yeah.
Her mom is the one. This happened in New Orleans last month, and a 16-year-old employee who was there called 911, and her mom works at the call center.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, she knew it, but she didn't think that her mom would have to be the one, the dispatcher, to answer the call.
Yep, and Jimmy, you actually have audio. This is pretty intense.
Yeah, I believe this is the actual 911 call, or part of it anyway.
Mama, please hurry up. She got a gun.
We're gonna hurry. Give me a description.
She got a mask on. She got somebody outside. And she got us in the freezer. Mama,
you in the freezer?
Yes, she has us in the freezer. I was very worried because I didn't want my mama to have to bury her youngest child. Knowing that I could have lost my life, but she saved my life, I was very happy.
She said McDonald's, so I'm saying, what is your location at McDonald's? It's me, Tania, on Claiborne. Mama, help. Where it broke me down was when my child said, we're in the freezer.
Can you imagine that? How do you not leave?
Of course.
No.
And so this young girl, the 16-year-old, I guess that, her mother, her name is Terry, and she works at the call center, and she's been there for 24 years. So get this, her shift was done, the mom, and she was supposed to leave that night, but she stuck around to help because they were short-staffed, and then she picked up that call from her daughter.
Ah, okay.
Right? So it's pretty nuts. This young girl, it's her first job. And, of course, she never thought, who does, that you're going to deal with a robbery. And thank goodness this person that was robbing, it sounds like it was a female who didn't ask for their phones because she had her phone in there with her when they locked him into the walk-in. But, man, right, talk about. And yeah, you're going to feel good calling 911 and hopefully you catch him. But her mom, definitely, they said that she kept her calm the whole time and obviously sent her help. But just a really crazy story.
Yeah, that's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And then we're going to get into a couple of your texts. But I do, because one of our talkbacks, I don't know why, what was Stevie Nicks mentioned in one of the talk? Oh, I don't even want to talk.
That was one of the Tennessee ones. Like,
yes.
Tennessee fans eat hot dogs like Stevie Nicks snorts Coke or something like that.
Yeah. So Stevie Nicks was mentioned in our talkbacks, which brings me to this. If you were a fan of Stevie Nicks, she was just here this past Friday. I know. I know we gave away tickets to that, and I know a few people who went at the I Think Financial Amphitheater.
Yeah, I heard it was a great show.
They said it was fantastic. Yeah, one of my best friends, that is her bucket list. Like, she is such a fan of Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks, and she said it was really, really great. Well, if you're a fan of Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel, it looks like that they've announced that they're going to be co-headlining shows.
Oh, really?
Right?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so they have never performed together like that.
Okay.
And it looks like as of now, they've teamed up for at least 3 shows that they're going to be co-headlining next spring. One is going to be March in Inglewood, California. Then they're going to have one April in Arlington, Texas. And then one in May in Nashville, Tennessee. So let's just hope and pray and cross our fingers that maybe they'll come down here to Florida. But yeah, they had a field press conference in Nashville, and they announced the Music City show while she posted the dates for all 3 concerts on her Instagram, talking about Stevie Nicks. And the caption says that she's hitting the road, and that the duo may be planning for a full tour. So right now they announced the 3 dates. Yep, and they may be doing a full tour. Man, can you imagine how expensive that ticket is going to be? it probably is.
What is inexpensive anymore?
I don't.
So, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have 2 headliners, like, because I haven't gone to a concert in years. I mean, when you have 2 major headliners like that together. I mean, that obviously that increases the price. I would substantially, I would imagine.
Yeah, why? What's stopping you from going to concerts? We have so many. It's just so busy. No, you don't. You're not.
It's just not my thing. Yeah. I'm not much into the concert. And a lot of the bands that I've, I grew up on, the Motley Crues and whatnot. I mean, they're still touring. But it's not the same, that it used to be. I mean, they're good shows, I'm sure, but I don't know. I don't like. It's not as much even concerts, but even like sporting events. I don't go to too many sporting events anymore. It's just I'm tired of fighting the traffic. I'm tired of fighting the people.
Is it a crowd? Is it a crowd thing?
Yeah, it just like for football, I'd rather sit and watch football at home. Or I'd like to go to, I'd rather go to like Castaway's Gastro Pub where I'm going to be this Sunday for a Miller Lite watch party. I mean, you can go someplace like that and watch the game and then go home and watch the rest of the game and, the other games throughout the night. I like having a replay. I mean, it's not my thing to go to the stadiums and watch the game. The only sport that I will say that I still do enjoy going to and I have from time to time, it's not too often, is hockey because hockey is just so much better in person than it is watching it on television.
Yeah.
Television slows that game down so much and I don't know why. I don't know how. I guess maybe just the way the camera can follow the puck where it's so much harder to do that in person. But it's hockey's a lot of fun in person. But yeah, the crowds, trying to get out of there, waiting 45 minutes to an hour and a half
that part does suck.
just to get out of the traffic.
Yeah.
It's just
but I love the whole
pain.
tailgating and I love the feel and the energy.
That can be fun. Don't get me wrong. There are aspects of it that I miss, and that's part of it.
So I've only been in one hockey game, and it was forever ago.
Okay.
And I have to give myself another chance at it because I enjoyed it, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I would.
Okay.
And the reason why is when I tell you I was in the very last row.
Oh, well.
I was in the very last row.
Well, that might have something
My
to do
back
with
was against it, and I love it. And I love Greek. And he's the one who got me the tickets. And I was like, oh, getting tickets from Greek. These are going to be sweet. Like, I thought I was going to be right there. It was at section 1 and just close up. And as I'm going, because I'd never been to that arena before where the Panthers play. So as I'm walking and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking and I just keep on going up and up and up and up and up and up. And yeah, I'm at the very last row. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's not 400. That's 800.
It was. So I even, the issue was because they say when you get close, right? And you feel the impact on the glass and you get all the action. To me, I was so high up. It almost looked like little tiny toy playing along the ice. It was so far that I couldn't get a feel of the action that I want to do it again and I want to get closer.
That makes sense because I've seen games that high up too, and there is a big difference that way. The last time I went to a Devils Panthers game. It was a playoff game down here actually, and I'd say about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that, ballparkish.
Mm-hmm.
And what we did is I specifically, I spent a lot of money, but I spent a lot of money because I was looking for really good tickets. I got about third way, not right in the middle, about maybe about third way up from the ice from the goal end, one of the goal ends. But to me, height wise, you right. A lot of people say down closer, but you don't want to be too close. You want to get in that first tier. You want to get maybe within the first 5 to 10 rows from the top. And then that gives you a good view over the glass so that you can get, pretty much all of the ice over the glass and you don't get the obstructions because, again, when you're, first couple of rows, you got all the guys standing up and the coach is, standing up in front of you, or if you're right behind the penalty box and that obstructs your view. I mean, that's sometimes those closer seats are worse. In my opinion, anyway, but
so there's that nice sweet spot.
Yeah, to me anyway.
Yeah.
And that's where I prefer to sit if I can, but again, it's pricey.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like everything else,
So we're talking about the action in hockey, and I'm going to ask you, we're talking about action in the bedroom. So I don't know.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Anybody
see that coming? Anybody see that segue coming? Talking about hockey? Now, all right.
Well, is this a red flag situation?
Drop the puck.
So this is something, and I don't know if you read this or not, Jimmy, but there is somebody who asked the question. They went into a forum and they decided to put out their story and they want to know. They're like, is this a red flag? So this person, I guess there's the flu going around, right? It's that time of year, right?
Yeah,
the flu's going around.
Yeah. Well, especially up north.
Yeah. So this person's like, listen, the flu's going around and I got it. And they were talking about this. And I guess what happened is this person was like super sick, this guy, and planned on meeting up with his friend. And I love how they say friend, but it's friends with benefits, right? So it doesn't necessarily say it's a girlfriend, but it's somebody that they've been hanging out with and I guess have some sexy time with. But he canceled because he's like, I'm not up for it. Like, I don't feel good. And even though he said, I'm sick AF, like he's that sick. Well, she was like, well, I still want to hang out. And she said, I even want to come over and let's hook up.
Still wants to miss the old,
still wants it. Yes.
Dagwood.
Yes, exactly. And so he's like, I'm grossed out by it. And I told her absolutely not. He's like, I'm feeling too crappy. But she said, I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is just lay there. Some guys are like, what? That sounds awesome. So he's like, I said no. He's like, I can't get past all of it. It grosses me out, and I'm just not up for some flu romping. He was like, well, then after he was like, told her no again, like, I'm not up for it. He said that she got really, he says, essy, but just not nice about it. Then she kind of turned on him, excuse me, like saying, like, I don't understand. Like, I'm basically throwing it at you. When he keeps on going, I'm sick. Like, I don't feel it. I don't feel great. I don't want this right now. So
I'm surprised that she's so insistent.
Yeah. So he was like, this is why I'm single. He was like, who gets like that because someone is sick and doesn't want to hang out? He was like, someone who's crazy, that's who. So he wants to know, and he asked one of these. It's almost like a WWGD.
All right.
In the end, he was like, is this clearly a red flag? He was like, I kind of feel like it might be a little too needy. What do you think?
I don't know about a red flag. I mean, obviously, she likes sex.
But that's the thing. Like, she doesn't even care. Like, the guy's got the flu. She goes over there. She's that close to him. That means she's going to get sick.
Is this a listener?
Well, this is somebody. Yes.
Send pictures.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Do you think this is something? And I love because you can send comments. And one of I won't say who, but one of our iHeartRadio family had commented and said, call me crazy, but I can feel pretty dang essy. And if the opportunity to do the no pants dance presents itself, I'll suck it up and launch the rocket.
But that was Carmine. I'll lay $20 in. That was Carmine.
It is not Carmine, but I won't tell you who it is. But
you may not want to put it out there. That's quite all right.
I love it. That was one of our very own from a sister station. I love that I see his comment there, which is great.
I don't know. I can't imagine if you're that sick, if you have the flu type of a sickness, no, I wouldn't want to either. I don't know if it's necessarily a red flag. I mean, it's a little weird. I think that she's so insistent,
and then gets mad when he was like,
mad,
yeah. And I think that was the issue. I think he was like,
over it.
Yeah, I think he was like, who gets mad? And I've heard of people who say that they get a little horny when they get sick. I've heard that. That's not super rare. I'm one that I want to be left alone.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah. I want to be in my own misery, not feeling well. Yeah, it's every now and then check in, make sure I'm still alive. Yeah. But other than that, I get how this guy feels. So most of the people on here, and I'm not surprised that have left comments, are just like, dude, suck it up. I love, even one person was like, hold it, because she said, you could just lay there. They were like, hold it. I'm the one that just lays there. Did she call you by mistake? So, yeah, you guys can give us your opinion. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Like this one. This chick sounds rad. She's addicted to what the D did for sure. So maybe that's it. Maybe the guy just put it on her too good that she was like, I don't care if you're sick. And then we have, if you Google University of Tennessee.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
This is from Mike in Okeechobee. And that butt chugging reference, he said you'll understand the Stevie Nicks reference.
Ah, okay.
So I guess I have to Google University of Tennessee and butt chugging. I'll do that during the break.
Boy,
thank you so much.
Don't have enough time on these breaks.
Thank you so much.
Between getting these talkbacks.
I know. And then we have somebody for National Sandwich Day, their favorite. They say Las Spadas, Italian sub, mayo, mustard, onion, sweet pepper, salt, pepper, oregano, red wine vinaigrette, and a bottle of cherry Coke. I love how everybody tells us even what they drink with it.
Oh, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
What's your favorite beverage to go along with your sandwich? With your tailored egg, ham and cheese?
Usually just, if I'm going to have that, I'm having coffee.
Okay.
With it, more than likely. Because that's, again, it's more of a breakfast sandwich, so it's breakfast time. I lived on those for years and years and years. Another little shout out to the Wicker Basket in Mendham. Boop, boop. But if I have just a regular sandwich, just a regular Diet Coke or a beer, depending on my mood that night. But I don't focus on the beverage as much as I do the sandwich itself.
I get you. It's all about the food.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. And then I want to pose the question to you on this. So, as an adult, Jimmy, can you think about, well, you know,
Boy, you're really stretching the truth there.
By age, you're an adult, right? Mentally, who knows how old you are?
12.
So think about this, and while you're thinking about it, I'll get into something.
All right.
And I thought this age was a little too old, and I want to know your opinion on it too. But as an adult, think about a situation where your parents embarrassed you.
All right.
Not as a kid, because it happens all the time as you're a kid, right? And sometimes your kids embarrass you as a parent. But as a grown adult, a time that your parents embarrassed you.
Okay.
All right. Now, I know my mom, in front of other people, basically said that my sex life was vanilla.
Okay.
And she used that word, vanilla.
Right.
If you ever meet my mom, you're going to be like, what? And how does she know what vanilla means? She is so sweet and like never, and she's kind of to herself and quiet. And now as an adult, when I look back and I'm like, oh, yeah, I was like, man, I remember looking back at those pictures, and that was a stripper she got my dad for her birthday and all this. I'm like, wow, my mom's totally different than who I thought she was.
Yeah, but the context around that conversation was the fact that weren't you and your sister describing some sort of
We were.
an event, and it was like, you know, missionary, you know, something like that, right?
We thought we were going off the wall. So we heard my sister and I were having a conversation, and it was my sister had started dating somebody. So we noticed my mom was listening to our conversation, and like she kept on scooting closer and closer and trying to get in on it. And we're like, well, we don't want to hear this kind of stuff.
Okay.
So we went. What we thought was extreme. So we went like overboard talking about and exaggerated the situation,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
So we
yeah.
exaggerated to make it seem more bonkers than it actually was. And I'm talking about like things that people are like, wow, she's a freak, right?
Wow.
Like if we did it.
Chainsaw and everything.
And so for my mom to come in there and say it was vanilla.
That thing was motorized?
It made me go, well, what are you into?
Granny is vanilla.
Oh my goodness. So yeah. So think about a time, and probably I'm sure there's plenty of times that your parents embarrassed you as an adult. I think probably one of the best things you can utilize is that talkback feature for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you got the latest iHeartRadio app on your phone, go there, search for Real Radio 921. You're going to see a little microphone in the middle of that screen. Press that microphone, and you can leave us a talkback message. That's one way. Of course, there's always the email, jimmy@realradio921.com. And we love you, sending in a text, too, 47142 to start off that text with Real Radio. Now, coming up on the other side of this break, Franny's going to have some more What the Florida stories for you. But also, I want to let you know that we're currently in our Red Zone Revenue Contest that's going on right now. That's where we're giving you up to 13 chances a day at $1,000. So coming up on the other side of this short break is going to be another keyword. Go to realradio921.com. A little window is going to pop right up for you. And when you get that keyword, you'll be entered in for $1,000. Just enter that keyword there at realradio921.com. You can enter in that keyword, and that will put you in the running for $1,000 for the 1 p.m. hour. And then if you get a phone call from an unknown caller, or it says a private number maybe, if it says 513 area code, pick that up. That could be us letting you know that you just won $1,000.
Yes, we want somebody here on Real Radio to win. Now, speaking of What the Florida, we have a situation that happened with a guy who was unhappy with the change he received at a convenience store. It just escalated very quickly.
Oh, boy.
Then, scattered, smothered, chunked, and diced, Waffle House. Yep, we got a situation at a Waffle House.
Yeehaw.
And then a Grinch. I know normally when you hear Grinch, you think Christmas. Well, we have a Halloween Grinch. I'll fill you in on all the details when we get back on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week. We will start to see the humidity dropping a bit tomorrow and winds pick up. They'll be around 15 miles per hour.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz.
This is Ben Ferguson. And this is Ted Cruz. Together we do our podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz, 3 times a week. Want to know what's going on behind closed doors in the Senate, the White House, the courts?
If you do, download Verdict with Ted Cruz on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Do you hear what I hear? It's the sound of exclusive offers mailing from the Valpak Holiday Workshop. This November, Valpak is teaming up with iHeartRadio to bring you a special holiday edition of the Blue Envelope. Together, we're giving you an easy-to-scan QR code to stream all your favorite holiday tunes through the iHeartRadio app. Plus, check your envelope to see if our elves have snuck a $100 check inside. Dash to the mailbox for your Valpak envelope. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See specially marked Valpak envelopes or valpak.com for details.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis to give you a greater understanding. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Trouble concentrating or recalling information is frustrating, embarrassing, and kills productivity. That's why Healthy Cell created Focus and Recall to boost your brain power. Unlike other supplements, Healthy Cell's Focus and Recall is not a pill. It's a gel you swallow with ultra-absorption of science-backed ingredients to help you immediately sharpen focus, concentrate longer, and strengthen recall. Visit healthycell.com and use code RADIO for 20% off your first order risk-free. Love it or your money back guaranteed. Healthycell.com, code RADIO.
Sure, we have 30 seconds to tell you that drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. But then what? Well, radio has been called theater of the mind, so let's tell a story with sound effects. Wow, it's like I was in the story. Almost makes me forget this was supposed to be about saving big with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's Macy's One-Day Sale with great deals of the day, like 30 to 50% off boots and shoes she'll love, 50 to 60% off cozy pajamas for the whole family, and 50 to 60% off holiday dining and entertaining essentials. Plus, Star Rewards members earn even faster Dream Star Money bonus days starting tomorrow at Macy's and Market by Macy's. See Macy's.com/Star Rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Do you hear what I hear? It's the sound of exclusive offers mailing from the Valpak Holiday Workshop. This November, Valpak is teaming up with iHeartRadio to bring you a special holiday edition of the Blue Envelope. Together, we're giving you an easy-to-scan QR code to stream all your favorite holiday tunes through the iHeartRadio app. Plus, check your envelope to see if our elves have snuck a $100 check inside. Dash to the mailbox for your Valpak envelope. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See specially marked Valpak envelopes or valpak.com for details.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Hey, it's Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, home of Greek's Gridiron 2022. Upscale cigar lounge, downtown Boca Raton. A humidor with over 500 cigars to choose from. Stop into the lounge or the patio to enjoy a perfect atmosphere with friends. Handmade cocktails, premier liquors, great place to enjoy friends or any sporting event. It's Greek's Gridiron 2022, and Strike Cigar Lounge is the home. Puff, puff, baby. Strike Cigar Lounge. Get there today. Peace.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Thursday drive along the Palm Beach is up to speed. Checking the traffic cameras, looking good. 95 and the Turnpike, both accident-free. We do have road work in Jupiter. Expect delays. US 1 in both directions between A1A Ocean Boulevard and Old Dixie Highway. And make sure you slow down for pedestrians on your ride. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack. Craving a tasty pick-me-up? Get a donut from Racetrack. And don't forget the coffee. It's only $1 when you buy any Krispy Kreme donut. Now that's a sweet deal. Racetrack. See store for details.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music.
.com. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
This talkback is from Matt, Franny's husband. Come on, Matt. You gotta let Franny adopt this dog from China. Think about it. You're gonna help out U.S. and Chinese relations by adopting this dog. Franny already eats all of her food with chopsticks, so this pup isn't going to experience too much culture shock coming to live with you. And all your other dogs are going to get pretty cultured too. They're probably going to even learn how to speak Chinese from this dog. So, come on, Matt, adopt this dog. You can't go wrong.
Yes, hello, this is Giovanni from Joseph's Classic Market. I'm outside the studio right now. Got a lunch delivery here for Jimmy, Gimmy. Says here we got a 2.5-inch Greek hoagie. Hard salami, extra mayo, 2 meatballs on the side with a Diet Coke. Come outside and pick it up, please. Tip is not included in the delivery. Thanks.
Hey, this is Granny. You know, one time I had a bacon strip shaved into my Virginia. The downside is that every time we're going to have sex, the old man said, it's time to slop the hogs. Honey.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Honey.
Note to self, do not drink water while you're listening to those talkbacks. Hello.
Time to slap the hog.
Yes. Hi, what's going on? This is The Penthouse on a Thursday afternoon. Of course, Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. And thank you if you're listening maybe outside of our listening area on that absolutely free iHeartRadio app. This is Franny. I have Jimmy with me. Hello, Jimmy. Good afternoon.
Hello and good afternoon.
And of course, we have you out there leaving us those great talkbacks. Thank you, AJ, and trying to convince my dog or my husband to let me get that dog. I think you had some really good points that I didn't think about, and I'm going to relay them to him tomorrow.
Yeah. The whole eating with chopsticks.
Chopsticks, and, right? They'll feel at home.
U.S.-China relations. I'm sure that'll improve.
Teach my dogs Chinese. Or what is it, Mandarin or whatever. But hello, and if you want to check out what we're doing here, you can always watch us. Just go to realradio921.com and click on that Real TV link that is brought to you by our friends over at Monroe's of Palm Beach. Now it's time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right, so the name Jack Sweeney may not mean anything to you, but when I tell you he is the guy who has been trolling billionaires' planes, and specifically Elon Musk on social media. Do you know who I'm talking about, Jimmy?
No, I'm not familiar.
So this guy actually can track, he tracks. He has accounts that tracks movements of celebrities and people with a lot of money and their private jets using some kind of algorithm with data from the plane's transponder.
Okay.
This kid, he started when he was 17, 18 years old, and he can do that.
Interesting.
So he tells people where these people are flying to. And I know Elon Musk specifically was like, hey, can you stop doing that? And I think the kid was like, well, if you pay me. I don't know how that worked out. Well, now that Elon Musk owns Twitter, it's not going to stop this kid. He now goes to the University of Central Florida, UCF student, who tracks this billionaire's plane on social media platforms. So according to an article, Jack Sweeney said he's not worried that Musk now owns Twitter. He's like, if he banned Elon Jet, the news would be all over it. And I think that is the account he has created on Twitter to show where he's at, Elon Musk.
Okay.
Right? He's like, that being said, there's always a chance. He's like, I put out a poll recently and some of my followers think my account will be banned. But he was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it going. And Elon Musk has already banned a few accounts. He's been on a firing spree too. So who knows? But yes, he was like, I mean, it's just interesting to see where he is going and what other business might not be available to the public. Sweeney did offer him, which is not a lot. This kid offered him $5,000 to take down the account. Or I'm sorry, said Musk offered him $5,000 to take down the account, calling it a security issue. But this Sweeney guy was like, nope, $5,000 not enough, buddy.
That's called extortion.
It is. But he didn't ask for the money.
Last I knew.
Yeah, but he didn't ask for the money. Musk was like, I'll pay you $5,000 if you take down my account.
I'm surprised he made that public.
Right? And I don't know if we saw this, come out of Musk or his Twitter or whatever, or if this kid's just saying that he did that. Who knows? And then, yes, we have a woman who robbed a Waffle House. She didn't rob the register. There was a wallet that was left behind from a patron. And as she's at the register checking out, she sees it and she thinks she's going to be really sly. So she takes her hat that she has and she puts it over the wallet and she slides it over her way. Yep. Takes it, runs out the door. Well, she left her kid and her husband inside. So I don't even know. Maybe she texted him, was like, hey, pay the check and let's go. Well, they caught all this on security camera, and Juanita Morton ended up being identified. This wallet contained a bunch of credit cards and almost $3,000 in cash.
Whoa!
It's a lot of cash to have in your wallets. Well, the person noticed that they left their wallet behind, went back, and they were like, oh, man, we don't have it. So that's when they looked at security footage, and they were able to identify her. I guess she doesn't live that far away from that Waffle House, and it probably wasn't her first time going into that Waffle House. So once she was identified, they caught up to her, and they said during questioning, she admitted to swiping the wallet, claiming, these are her words, the money was calling me.
Oh, wow. That makes sense, right?
I get it. The money's calling me. The money's calling you. That's why you can do that red zone revenue and get $1,000.
Easy, huh?
Yeah. Instead of stealing somebody's wallet. And then, there was a guy who was unhappy with some change he got at a convenience store after he was trying to buy some cigars. This happened at a, what was it called? It was a Tony's Market in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Well, he got an argument with the cashier, left, came back with 5 of his boys. That's when it got crazy. He jumped over the counter. He's in a wrestling match with the cashier. The cashier grabs a bat. They're struggling over the bat. As they're struggling over the bat, his boys jump the counter, and they ended up stealing about $8,000 from the business before fleeing. That's why I let you know where the business is, because it is in Deerfield, called Tony's Market, because they're still looking for these guys. There is video caught in surveillance, but Broward Crime Stoppers are like, we need your help. That is 954-493-TIPS. And then finally, there is a woman who one of their neighbors is calling. Well, I'm guessing because it was in a neighborhood. Super mean. This guy and his family were trick-or-treating when they got a notification from their doorbell app. Well, he watched it, and he watched it happen live from his phone and was shocked. Andy Signora said, I expected maybe some teens being greedy or whatever when I looked at it. He was like, but I could not believe what I saw. It was an adult woman taking all of my candy. He had 2 buckets of candy out there and was doing the honor system. The woman shows her emptying both candy buckets into her own bucket. They said she dressed up, walked on my lawn, and seemed to do it with intent. He was like, who needs that much candy that badly? He actually uploaded it to his Twitter, which did go viral. I say, this delightful adult woman decided to dump both buckets of candy from my porch so no other children can get any. He didn't think the woman should face any criminal penalties, but he did want an apology for taking the candy. And also added, he was like, well, she probably should make a donation to a children's charity or school to make up for it since none of the kiddos got any candy from his house. I don't know if she's been identified, but we will see. And that is your What the Florida. Now, when we come back, I want to get into some stuff that, Jimmy, I know that you have, and I've been looking into it. So we are going to get into so much more, including this coyote that you're talking about was spotted roaming the streets. And there is a sports team that is up for sale. If you want to check into that, then you got to be tuned in to Real Radio 92.1.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week. We will start to see the humidity dropping a bit tomorrow and winds pick up. They'll be around 15 miles per hour.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors. Reese Windows installs most windows faster than other companies in Florida at just 6 to 8 weeks. That's right, just 6 to 8 weeks. Reese Impact windows are affordable, hurricane resistant, energy efficient, and come with a lifetime warranty that transfers when you sell. Go to reesewindows.com. That's reesewindows.com.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
If you're looking to reverse the signs of aging from the inside and out, then why not trust South Florida's leading luxury med spa, Begin Anew Med Spa. Hey, this is Franny, and that's who I trust for my Botox, fillers, and for my overall body wellness. I'm on supplements to help regulate my thyroid and peptides that have me feeling stronger and leaner than ever before. These were recommended to me after my advanced blood work. They test over 100 markers, including hormonal, thyroid, nutrient levels, and allergy and food sensitivities. Speaking of that blood work, it's free with qualified insurance. So if you're feeling a bit sluggish, have brain fog, dealing with weight gain, or maybe your libido isn't what it once was, then I highly recommend Begin Anew's Optimal Wellness Program because they can pinpoint exactly what you need to get you feeling back to the best version of yourself. Other services Begin Anew provides are Botox and fillers, body contouring, laser hair and tattoo removal, hormone replacement therapy, and so much more. Check them out and learn all about their services, and you can book that consultation today at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
Craving a tasty pick-me-up? Get a donut from Racetrack. And don't forget the coffee. It's only $1 when you buy any Krispy Kreme donut. Now that's a sweet deal. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going at participating locations. See store for details.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it, especially these days. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising, with experts ready to craft your message fast. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis to give you a greater understanding. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
If you're in a room with 4 other people, chances are one of you has already been an identity theft victim. 1 in 5. Watching your accounts and credit isn't enough. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. Nobody can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% on their first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. Promo code BECK, save 25% off your first year.
It's a new day because COVID vaccines just got a big update. So all the big stuff coming up this fall, well, now you can say, "You bet I'll be there." Because updated COVID vaccines protect against both the original COVID virus and Omicron. And everyone 5 and older can get one. So this is a moment we've all been waiting for.
Find updated COVID vaccines at vaccines.gov. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Football is back. Come on out to Castaways this Sunday for our next Miller Lite watch party of the season as Miami takes on Chicago. Great food and drink specials, including 250 Miller Lite drafts during all live pro football games, Real Radio swag, and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Fins game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Castaways Gastro Pub, 911 Northeast Jensen Beach Boulevard in Jensen Beach. See you there.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach. You will love the ladies there. You'll feel like a VIP every time you step in the door. 7 days a week until 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. Make your table reservations today. And the home of UFC fighting and football on Monday nights. It's boobs and buckets. You can't beat it. A football game and a beautiful lady. When do you want to feel like you're the coach and you call the plays? At Monroe's in Palm Beach. Get over there today to enjoy yourself. Peace.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial Pound Law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Thursday drive along the Palm Beach is up to speed. Checking the traffic cameras, looking good. 95 and the Turnpike, both accident-free. We do have road work in Jupiter. Expect delays. US 1 in both directions between A1A Ocean Boulevard and Old Dixie Highway. And make sure you slow down for pedestrians on your ride. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Provember is back at Lowe's, and so are the savings. Power the possibilities with savings on the DeWalt tools you trust, like the DeWalt 16-piece reciprocating saw blade set was $29.98, now $19.98. It always pays to be a pro at Lowe's. Offer ends 12/28 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
It's the giving season, and only the free iHeartRadio app gives you the live radio, music, and podcasts you love, all for free. Did you get that? You pay absolutely nothing to listen to your favorite radio stations anywhere, anytime on the iHeartRadio app. And you know what else? Sharing is caring. And with one tap, you can share what you're listening to with anyone, so they can listen for free too.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all of your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Shot to the heart, and you're too late, darling. You give love a bad name.
That chick definitely had red flag all over her. If she really wanted that guy, no matter how sick he was, she should have started off her concern for him by saying, hey, I'll come over and make you some chicken noodle soup and tuck you in. And then, maybe if she could get him to pitch a tent, maybe then she could get him to use his garden hose to put out her campfire.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, hello.
This audience is just...
I know.
The ideas that they come up with,
They are
it's amazing.
problem solvers is what you are. You are a problem solver. I have a couple texts about that situation, but before we get into that, let's do some introductions. Hello to our producer and best co-host ever, Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon.
And this is Franny. Normally you would hear Greek intro the show, but he does have a day off. You will get to hear him tomorrow, so don't you worry. He will be back in the Penthouse specifically for Greek's Gridiron. I did post a story on our Instagram that is at Real Radio 921. We got a few things up there today, but this is showing you what these footballs look like from round21.com. They're super unique footballs. And there is an artist, his name is Serge, and he's based out of Miami, and he partnered up with Round 21 to create footballs. They have specialty designs with the likes of Tom Brady on it, and that's the one I showed you. Jimmy is showing you right now on Real TV, the turkey football. And that one specifically is the one that we are going to be giving away. One lucky winner at our live broadcast at Strike Cigar Lounge is going to get that really cool turkey football
Gobble,
in
gobble,
time for
booty.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, it is cool. If you're like, what, a turkey football? Just check it out.
Yeah.
You can go to you go to round21.com and you can see everything they have to offer. And you're like, well, you know what? I really don't like footballs. Hey, they do basketballs, footballs, mini hoops, soccer balls, ping pong paddles, if that's your kind of sport.
Hey, there you go.
Yep. So that is there. And I did post a story that's at Real Radio 921 on Instagram where you can see exactly what that Tom Brady football looks like. So, yes, I want to get into the text messages, and then we're going to get into a few things that Jimmy has. But we have a few people who have their opinion on that story about the girl, and the guy's like, is this a red flag? I told her I was sick. I don't want her to come over, and she just wants to have sex.
And he's super sick, like flu,
super, like flu.
And everything. This isn't just like having a little, runny nose or a cough or something like that. I mean, this dude is down and out.
Yeah, like he just feels terrible, and he does not. He does not want anybody around.
Do not touch me.
No. So 47142. The message started with Real Radio. It says Brett from Melbourne, listening on the iHeartRadio app. Hi, Franny and Jimothy. Touching on the topic of the lady that wanted sexy time with the sick guy. He said, man, you can tell that they're not married. I could be in the hospital and be ready to go, is what they're saying. So I guess that's the
like
situation.
deathbed? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
ready
I
to
could
go?
be in the hospital and be ready to go.
I'm about to die.
Uh-huh. And then in the I'm not going to rehash it or bring it back up. But in the beginning, I had a story about laser hair removal, and it says, and thank you for your laser story earlier. It says you could get a pack of dogs if I was Matt. Money's on the dresser. I want a golden retriever, and my husband keeps on saying no. Another one, should I say. And then somebody else said, that sick guy was offered a free bang, and all he had to do was lay there. That sounds like true love, not a red flag. Put on a face mask and lay there like a man, you sissy.
Ooh,
that would make me feel better than eating chicken noodle soup and drinking ginger ale. And then a couple people with their favorite sandwich. We got a lot of things on the table, right? I talked about for you to think about something that your parents did that embarrassed you as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, Stevie Nicks is on people's minds here too. And then your favorite sandwich on National Sandwich Day. Publix seasonal sub, turkey, Munster cheese, bacon, and cranberry sauce. They said it's excellent. So it sounds like Thanksgiving and a hoagie, right? On a bun. Sounds delicious. We have on here SNL. Had a few skits. I guess it's called Stevie Nicks' House of Tacos. Have you heard of those?
No, I haven't.
From SNL? Yeah, no. They said Highway 66 in Arizona. Hilarious. So I have to check that out. And then this person said that their parents, I guess, that just embarrass them every time they go out to eat. So taking my parents out to eat, always have to complain about something or talk out loud about another patron.
That's a little bit of a problem that I have. Is my dad has quite a bit of a hearing loss. When he speaks, it kind of projects quite loudly. So when we're in a hospital and he's talking about bowel movements,
oh boy,
and,
everybody knows.
The person in the bed sitting next to us knows all about it as well. That's probably the closest thing I can come up with.
Everybody knows. Yep. So I know we're coming close to a break, but I did see that there is a sports team, Jimmy, that is up for sale. And maybe if you win the Powerball, you can buy this.
If you want, the Ottawa Senators are up for sale, and an article published Tuesday listed the value of the franchise is at a paltry $655 million US. I was kind of surprised on that to some extent, but obviously it just goes to show that hockey just is not one of the top sports.
Mm-hmm.
This newspaper has confirmed that the sports partners, a New York-based investment bank, has been retained by the family. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to say this. Let's see where. Eugene Melnick is the families who had passed away. He owned the Ottawa Senators, and apparently his daughters do have the rights to it, but I guess they're looking to sell it. So they hired Galileo Galileo Sports Partners, New York-based investment bank, and they've retained them in order to see if they can find a buyer for the team. The expectations is that the Senators will remain in Ottawa, according to the league. The franchise is part of a massive estate Melnyk left his daughters, Anna and Olivia. It has been operating business as usual since his passing in March. But apparently, let's see, they're also looking for a new arena, too, for $130 million. Elsewhere around the league, the expected sale of the Nashville Predators, a former Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam, will reportedly value the franchise at $775 million. And the Seattle Kraken, meanwhile, paid $650 million in an expansion fee into the NHL. So just, I had left that in there just to give an idea of the value of sports teams, because typically when we talk about that, we're talking about NFL franchises
billions
that are in the billions.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Commanders right now, I believe, are about to be up for sale. And they're talking about $5 billion.
Yeah.
Even some people would climb over to the $6 billion range to purchase them.
So here's the Ottawa Senators that are up for sale for what will be probably in the ballpark area, $655 million. So something tells me they'll be able to find some suitors for that real quick. Because again, the value only goes up on these teams. I mean, it's not going to go down. It certainly isn't going to go down. So, I mean, if you can get a bunch of people together that can, put together something like that and be able to purchase the team. Yeah, man, I got $8. I won $8 on the Powerball.
Yeah, I won 4. Let's just give them more Powerball tickets.
There we go.
And see if we can get in on the
Maybe
action.
we're in for that, huh?
Speaking of the action, we still got a trifecta, even though G-Man is not here. Jimmy will handle that. And then we'll get into, because, the Commanders may be up for sale. It's a mess with that whole Dan Snyder thing. And there's some pretty big names that they're talking about with potential buyers. All that and more coming your way on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
We're everywhere you need to be.
I've been everywhere, man.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Imagine the Palm Beach's best restaurants all in one place. Imagine savoring unlimited samples paired with the best wines around. Imagine no more. Tastings Food, Wine, and Craft Beer event is back Saturday, November 12th at Tanger Outlets. Unlimited samples, fine wine, craft beers, and live entertainment. Get advance tickets for just $25. VIP experiences available too. Visit pbtastings.com. Tastings, sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Humana, Florida A&M University's Mary, and presented by Dr. G's Urgent Care, the best urgent care in South Florida.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week. We will start to see the humidity dropping a bit tomorrow and winds pick up. They'll be around 15 miles per hour.
This report is sponsored by News Nation. Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Catch Cuomo weeknights on News Nation at 8 p.m. Eastern. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnationnow.com/join us.
Tobacco-Free Florida has many free ways to help you quit nicotine. From free 2-week starter kits of quit aids to free cessation services like Phone Quit and Group Quit. We're even trying out new motivational tactics, like 80s rock anthems.
The time is now, and I'm so proud. You're the greatest quitter of all. Tobacco-free, won't you believe? You're right there where you wanted to be. You're staying strong, you're standing tall. You're a quitter on a mission to be. You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter. You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter of all.
Ah, cool. Lasers. Yeah, that's awesome. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Florida Talk Real Estate is your one-stop real estate shop. Whether you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, you're stuck with a home and you don't know what to do, look no further than FloridaTalkRealEstate.com. Listen every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. until 11, right here on Real Radio 92.1.
Duffy Sports Grill is your football headquarters this season. Try their award-winning wings, burgers, and ribs, or their famous 2-for-1 drinks. Don't miss out on all the action at Duffy's, where their game is always on.
This is Miami's Mike Gesicki, number 88, and I'll see you at Duffy's Sports Grill, the next best thing to being there.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio.
Sponsored by Age of Learning.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Hey, Dak Prescott here. Why do I choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because better sleep elevates my game. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps me fall asleep faster, keeps me cool, and effortlessly adjusts for my best sleep. That's more focus, more edge, and more highlights. And that means more wins for all of us.
And now save 40% on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
If you're in a room with 4 other people, chances are one of you has already been an identity theft victim. 1 in 5. Watching your accounts and credit isn't enough. It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, LifeLock will work to fix it. Nobody can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% on their first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. Promo code BECK, save 25% off your first year.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, one of my favorite spots, where great meals begin. If you love to eat well, Joseph's Classic Market has it all. Fresh produce, meat, seafood, deli, pizza, bakery, and prepared foods. And Joseph's offers catering for all special events. Boca Raton, Delray, and Palm Beach Gardens. Joseph's Classic Market is also hiring for all positions. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin, proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron. I don't start a day without going to Joseph's Classic Market. Peace.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Boca Raton, it is a long-term construction. Expect delays, periodic lane closures to 95 from Palmetto Park Road to Linton. Right now, our expressways look good. Not seeing any major delays. We are accident-free on the turnpike. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and my company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blinds, shades, and shutters at affordable prices. And save big at Blindster.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yeah, you say the guy
tracking down Elon Musk's plane. His name is Jack Sweeney. Jack Sweeney sounds like a masturbator to me. Jack Sweeney.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I was going to say, I have a feeling everything sounds like a masturbator to you.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hello on a Thursday in the Penthouse. Tomorrow is Friday, y'all, which means the weekend's almost here. Woo! Which also means it's Greek's Gridiron tomorrow. Which also means we are, how many, a week? A week? I'm trying to do math. Are we a week away, almost a week away from our tastings event? November 12th?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep, so we've been giving away.
That's right. It'll be a week from this Saturday.
I know.
Good Lord.
Right? So if we're like, what
did
are you
that creep
talking
up
about?
so fast this year?
It truly did. But if you have not been to one of our tastings events, then you are missing out. We've been giving away tickets to tastings all this week. We'll be doing the same thing tomorrow at 11:45, even though we are on location at Strike Cigar Lounge for Greek's Gridiron. But you can purchase your tickets. That is pbtastings.com. Tickets start at just $25. And what that $25 gets you, well, it gets you unlimited samplings from some of the best local restaurants here. The Twisted Tuna in Jupiter, Tiffin Box, Andy's Latin Food, Craft Beer and Spirits, Kona Brewing, Hop Life, Cigar City. If you have not tried Knox and Dunn Florida Rum, they will be there. And we just found out that Chris is going to be bringing some eggnog to mix in with that Knox and Dunn. And other mixers, just so you know.
Guess I'm getting a long Uber ride home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so
we'll be good, but we can have a little sample.
Yeah, of course. We'll have like we did last time. Before we leave, before our shift's up, we just go and get ourselves a nice little buzz.
That's what we did last year.
But it's such a good time. It's at Tanger Outlets.
Let's try this one.
Try
this one. Let's try this one.
You got to. Or we just stand in line right in front of the Knox and Dunn tent. We're like, again.
More. Yeah.
Just kidding. No, we'll let everybody else sample it because it's about you. It's not about us. But general admission is from 5 to 7 p.m. If you want to be VIP, that gets you in at 4 o'clock, an hour earlier, to eat and drink these unlimited samples. And I love this. A portion of proceeds benefit Big Dog Ranch Rescue.
Awesome.
Get your tickets at pbtastings.com. Now it is that time for Jimmy to handle our final trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Well, the Houston Astros, led by starter Christian Javier, have thrown the second no-hitter in World Series history. Javier and 3 relief pitchers combined to blank the Phillies in Game 4 last night, 5-0, and pull Houston even in a series in historic fashion. The combined no-hitter joins Don Larson's perfect game for the 1956 New York Yankees in World Series lore. It is the 3rd postseason no-hitter and comes in the same ballpark as the 2nd Roy Halladay's NLDS no-ho for the Phillies. How ironic is that? In 2010. Javier fired 6 no-hit innings to help Houston quiet the Philadelphia crowd and rebound from a rough Game 3, striking out 9 and walking 2. With the series split 2 games apiece, Game 5 is tonight in Philadelphia. Speaking of Houston, can the Houston Texans play a little bit of a spoiler tonight? Thursday Night Football, it's Eagles-Texans in Texas. The Eagles are currently 13.5-point favorites, thanks to our friends at DraftKings. And finally, Miami fans rejoice. Tyler Hero hit a 3-pointer with 1.8 seconds left last night against the Sacramento Kings, beating them 110-107. Hero had a game-high 26 for the Heat, who won for the second straight after topping Golden State on Tuesday. So let's keep going. Heat, Kyle Lowry scored a season-high 22. Bam shot in another 20 for Miami. The Heat stayed at 4-5 for the season, and they travel to Indianapolis to take on the Pacers tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And that is your final Greek's trifecta for the day.
Well, thank you so much, Jimmy. And we got a text because you were talking about the Ottawa Senators being for sale. And somebody said I kind of missed the conversation, but they did see an article this morning that said Ryan Reynolds is actually interested in buying them.
Is he really? Well,
yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
all right, that's perfect. There you go. For somebody like him, right? You think you think he has that much money? Well, he's not. I don't know. I don't know if he's got $655 million.
Definitely can find some partners.
But yeah, find a couple partners for that. Yeah. I only skimmed through it. That's why I sounded a little choppy when I was telling a story. But the Ottawa Senators are up for sale. $655 $85 million is reported. And they've hired a sports partner team, an investment bank in New York, to see if they can find a buyer for it, a suitable buyer. But, yeah, Anna and Olivia are the Melnyk, Melnyk, Melnyk family that owns the Senators, and apparently they're going to put it up for sale. I guess they don't want to keep it in the family.
Yeah, well, it looks like Dan Snyder, because he's had a lot of problem with the Commanders, and he's hired Bank of America to explore selling the franchise.
Yeah, same type of a situation there.
Yeah, so we're talking about $5, $6, $7 billion is predicted by one of the owners from the NFL. I say, considering that the Broncos sold for $4.65 billion, and I believe, how long ago was the Broncos? Not that long ago, right?
No, not too long ago. A couple of years? Within the past couple of years?
Yeah, it wasn't that long. But they're talking about potential owners for the Commanders. They say so far, Jeff Bezos it might be a potential owner. The Sixers owner, Josh Harris, who was actually one of the runners-up for the Broncos, said he is willing to go up to $5 billion. So if that is what they're looking for, there's a bunch of other people. Dave Blitzer, who's on there. They said Clear Lake Capital. Dodgers owner Mike Walter and Todd Boehly were also part of the conversation. And I'm trying to see a lot of, it's interesting because basketball owners, I see a Celtic co-owner, Steve Paglukia, would be interested in buying them. So, yeah, if you have a cool $5, $6, $7 billion, I mean, I know you're not there yet, but if you win the Powerball, you're pretty damn close to it.
How about that? Huh?
Yeah.
There you go. What are you going to do? We're going to buy a basketball team, a football team, or maybe even a hockey team.
Hey, why not? We got somebody on the line, Jimmy?
We do. We got a friend, Mike from Green Acres, checking in with us. Hey, Mike, what's a good word, pal?
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Franny.
Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, nothing. Just want to give a quick story. My birthday was Thursday, so
happy belated.
I decided to. Thank you. I decided to go to the convenience store and purchase a, I like to say quantity, a book of tickets, the $30 ticket. So that was $900.
Oh, I was going to say, $90 sounds cheap. Why am I not doing that for a book of tickets? Wow. Yeah. So what happened?
So I went home. Well, the guy that sold them to me, the son of the guy who's semi-retired at this point, he said, Mike, I feel good. I feel like this is going to be the lucky book. So I started scratching from 000, and I got to number 18, and I hit for 1,000 on the ticket. Woo! And, and overall, I got myself a $570 birthday present.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I keep trying on that keyword. What was the keyword for this hour anyway?
The keyword for the 1 p.m. hour is bank, B-A-N-K. You still got about 10 minutes left. You can go to realradio921.com and enter that keyword in for a chance at Red Zone revenue, $1,000.
Well, that'll be come in handy because I just had my air conditioning guy leave, and that'll be nice. So, so it's a good feeling to went to the lottery office first thing Monday morning and got my check, and that's it for now.
Well, that sounds like enough. So congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for checking in with us. Boy, I love hearing about winners like that. I know some people say that they don't like to hear about the wins. I like to hear about the wins.
I do too. Yeah. I mean, I would like to hear about it if it was coming out of my mouth, but I like to hear how it's coming from
I'd like that even better. I would have loved it if Franny came in and said, guess what? Rerun today. I'm going to Tallahassee.
Oh, I don't know if I would have came in. I would have sent you. I would have called you.
Well, that's what I meant.
I'm going. I'm going north. I'm going north. I'm not going south. I gotta head up north. Yep. So this is something. Speaking of up north and Bronx, you don't see that often, but we do see them here in Florida, and just not maybe because I follow that Nextdoor app and I have it. I think maybe like in a 5-mile radius from where I live. If you don't know that, it's a social media app where people post things. Maybe they're bitching about their neighbor or their HOA. Or they're like, oh, look what I found.
Really scary Halloween decorations outside. Don't go there. Don't go there. Get the candy, though. Have them walk the candy bucket down.
I should look and see if my house was posted on the Nextdoor app. But I have seen a lot of people post about coyotes because we do have them in our neighborhood. But I guess this is not, like in this particular neighborhood, you really don't see this.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just not something that I remember hearing too much about. But apparently the New York City Department of Parks Parks and Recreation confirmed that coyotes do live amongst us, but generally aren't dangerous and will try to avoid people. Over the last several decades, coyotes have been expanding their natural range in response to ample food and open habitat, the Parks Department said in a statement. Coyotes are living within the city limits. We are aware of coyotes living in the Bronx, Queens, and Manhattan. Just not a place that I thought that they were. Oh, there's one. That's more of a wolf. The department said food inside garbage bins attract wildlife. That doesn't, sound too out of the ordinary, including raccoons. But apparently that includes coyotes. Officials recommend using animal-proof, lockable garbage containers and mint-scented garbage bags. I guess that keeps them away.
Okay, they don't like mint, huh?
Yeah. Here's another idea that you could try. Yeah, just get that guy around. He'll take
Get yourself
care of
a little road runner?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Seeing a coyote for the first time can be exhilarating or alarming experience, the Parks Department had said. That guy's genius.
Thank you. It's either exciting or terrifying.
Yeah, pretty much,
Exhilarating
right?
or terrifying, yes.
You should never feed coyotes, of course, because doing so could cause them to get used to people. Obviously, you feed anything that keeps it around. Keeping coyotes wild is the key to coexistence, the Parks Department website says. Their life and your safety depend upon coyotes remaining naturally worry of people. And again, just not something that I would have thought. Now, it's so funny because, New York is the epitome of both worlds, right? Because you got upstate New York where you would probably expect to find coyotes everywhere. But here is New York City where they're talking about Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, having coyotes. I wouldn't have thought that. But hey, keep your head on a swivel if you're up in New York City.
Yeah, if anywhere, like I mentioned, they're around here all the time, and people say, like, at nighttime, just make sure that you put up your dogs and your cats because you just don't know. But it was last year where I said I was freaking out because I was riding my bike around my neighborhood, and I saw those, what are they? I always mess up their name, Muskogee, the ducks, without the red. Looks like they're like warts all over their head, and they're everywhere here.
Okay.
But you know what I'm talking about? Maybe you don't have them around you?
Not unless we look it up again.
Okay.
I don't recall the name of them.
I believe they're like that, but I have them all over my neighborhood.
Right.
I mean,
there were a bunch of them that were dead?
They were dead.
Right.
Muscovy duck is what they're called. Yeah. But I'm talking about just annihilated, smashed, feathers everywhere. And I was riding my bike at a certain part of my neighborhood. It wasn't everywhere. In the back, and it was just one after the other after the other. And in my head, I'm like, there's a duck killer here. Who do I call? Do I call the cops?
I remember you kind of suspected that. And
I did.
Animal control was probably, if you called them, right?
Well,
I remember right?
I did because somebody had recommended on our text line.
Sure.
And, there was really nothing that they could do about it. But then they also said, they were like, listen, we have a lot of coyote sightings in the Palm Beach Gardens area everywhere because we're building so much, especially out west, Loxahatchee acreage area, that they're coming east.
That makes sense, yeah.
They're coming east.
Sure.
And so that's what they told me it probably was, and it kind of put my mind at ease knowing that and that there wasn't an animal murderer in my neighborhood. Yeah, so...
Well, they're and again, just like what they're saying here for New York City, they're attracted to the people because why? Food. We provide food and, the garbage cans or dumpsters, and they find their way into it. So, as long as there's a food source, they're going to go to it.
Yeah, well, speaking of food, make sure you...
But that didn't end up being that problem that you had, right, that you noticed. That didn't end up being a coyote, right? Or
I don't know. That's what they said it was. I have no idea.
Okay.
I still don't know to this day.
There was never a determination.
No.
Because we talked about it, but then it kind of was a story, one of those stories that went away, and I didn't know if you ever got a definite answer.
No. That's what they said that they had believed it could have been.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, I never got.
I thought when we were talking about it, I thought when we were talking about it though, they weren't eaten or they weren't bitten.
They looked like they were smashed.
Yeah. It wasn't what you would think. That it would look like the carcass after a coyote got done.
Listen, I was on my bike. I was rolling. I didn't stop to inspect closely because I didn't want to look at it that gruesome.
I'd imagine that's
I just
quite
noticed.
Disturbing.
Yeah. So I kind of let it go, and after that, nothing. So everything was fine after the fact. So who knows? Yeah. In my head, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was definitely a coyote. It wasn't a person because everybody's nice out there. Speaking of, you all are so awesome and nice for tuning in to the Penthouse. And make sure you are tuned in tomorrow because we will be on location at Strike Cigar Lounge in Boca Raton. And if you come on out, specifically like around 1 o'clock, that's when we start signing up people to try to beat the Greek. Not only are we giving away one of those really cool footballs from round 21, If you do beat him, you get a $200 gift card to New York Prime, and then you're getting in the running for that grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at the Circa Hotel in Vegas, plus a 70-inch screen TV. Jimmy, thank you so much for everything you do and for holding this down and keeping me company on a Thursday.
Thank you very much. We didn't get to the list. Real quick, Eggs Benedict. Is that a sandwich or not?
No.
Gyros.
It's kind of wrap.
Burritos.
No.
Tacos.
No.
Quesadilla.
No.
I'm with you on that one. Definitely not. Only 8% of people say that that's a sandwich. Thank you, Franny. Thank you for participating today on the Talkback line.
Yes.
Jimmy at realradio921.com. Your phone calls. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Any parting words, Franny?
Well, I do. My parting words is to make sure that you're still tuned in here on Real Radio because you got the news junkie coming up. And then we're doing another Penthouse. Is that what we're going with instead of the Greek Zone?
Yep.
All right. And then you'll get a little bit of the Penthouse before Lex and Terry this evening. And then, of course, rinse and repeat. Tomorrow morning, got Rover's Morning Glory. And then we're back at it 10 o'clock. And we will be live from Strike Cigar Lounge. And, of course, in about 10 minutes, make sure you're listening for that keyword because we want to give you $1,000 with our Red Zone revenue. Thank you so much. Same time, same place.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we move through this Thursday. We'll also see a few showers moving south as a front boundary moves in. Drier air will slide in behind it. Temperatures are in the 80s for the remainder of this week.